biggest FIFA Ultimate Team ever has been.
When you play games like that, anything can happen.
It's all about mental. These are the most elite players. Gotta take your chances. And it's all about controlling the tempo.
Finishes in style.
It's pretty much win or go home.
I'm here to win it. I'll beat anyone that's in my way.
Yes, guys, welcome back to Barcelona here for the FUT18 Champions Cup. I know some of you have been watching since the beginning on Friday, 3 days of quality FIFA action. I know some of you have picked up some pretty nifty Twitch rewards as well for watching, and some of you probably still will get some in the future as well, so keep up the good work on that front. If you have just joined us, and maybe you've missed a little bit of the action, let me give you a quick update. This is the Xbox bracket, and we've had an unbelievable performance from a relatively unknown player on the Xbox, DH-Tex, just 16 years old. He might not have any GCSEs, but he might have a massive trophy very shortly if he keeps doing what he's doing. We'll have a look at some highlights actually shortly so you can see what's been happening here in the semi-finals of the Xbox. This was Megabit, who qualified perfectly in November, but he wasn't good enough to stop this 16-year-old wonder kid in the red kit here. Unbelievable stuff from him, and we're going to find out shortly whether he'll be able to take it through further. Here he is again in the second leg of his semi-final versus Megabit. Just absolutely taking names, and he's a cool customer for someone so young. Very impressive. PlayStation, of course, have been having their own journey, waiting to take on that DH-Tex player who's waiting for them. This is the PlayStation bracket on the right-hand side. You can see we're just in the semi-final stages at the moment. We saw some of the highlights there from Aubameyang's game earlier against the Stranger. That's still underway. We'll go back to some commentary for that shortly. We'll find out who wins on the PlayStation side and who's going to take on DH-Tex in the big final. For now, I'm going to go over to my good friends Jimmy and Chu on the sofa.
Thank you, Spencer. It is me, your favorite former U.S. men's national team player, Jimmy Conrad, and I'm joined on the PS4 community couch with Chu Boy. Chu, how comfortable is it? Let's just start there.
It's a very comfortable couch, I have to say.
It is. Thank you for saying as much. Now, this tournament has been mind-blowing. So many big storylines. Spencer mentioned one of them with Tex getting all the way through as a 16-year-old. But on the PlayStation side, we got two guys, well, there's four going, but two that were in-game right now, Mo Aubameyang and the Stranger. Now, they didn't get to play against each other leading up to this. There's been 10 games played, I think, by both competitors. They haven't faced each other. However, Mo Aubameyang beat somebody. That was the only loss for the Stranger. He's 9-1 at this point. It was NSC Eric. What do you think with these two players in particular on the PS4 side?
I mean, it's an all-German affair. The thing with the German players in FIFA is that they just like to control everything. They're so balanced in the way they have gameplay. And Mo Aubameyang, he's actually a Twitch streamer as well. So, you know, I'm sure a lot of his fans are watching. Shout out to the Mo Army out there. And they'll be supporting him and wanting him to win. But the Stranger is no slouch. I mean, this guy, he's very young. I think he's 19 going on 20. And his technical ability is like a veteran in the game, so he's also a possession player, so he's going to be controlling the game for most of the match.
Now, it seems that the Stranger has done very well with the possession. It seems like FIFA 18 in particular lends itself to the possession players, including the Stranger. And now we're going to take a look at some of the highlights here. This game, incredible. That's a back post. There's been a lot of crosses.
There have been a lot of crosses in FIFA 18. Now, it wasn't such a used tactic in FIFA 17, but this year a lot of the pros are using that tactic, the back post header.
Yeah, I see. It's interesting because it seems like most players want to go right down the middle. They want to find that point guy that sits between the two center backs as the pivot, and then he can play off guys that are running off him or turning at the shot himself. But it seems like a lot of crosses, as you said, to the back post. So it's been really interesting to see how many goals and how many different goals have been scored in FIFA 18.
Exactly, and a lot of the players are using 4-2-3-1. That is exactly what the Stranger is using. So he's got the two CDMs and the two wide cams to cross it into the striker, which is usually the 94, R9, or Cristiano Ronaldo Team of the Year.
Well, the first game ended 4-3 in favor of the Stranger. We're going to pick it up here in the second game. It is now 5-4 overall aggregate to the Stranger right now. The Stranger is in the FC Basel. There he is. He scores again. It is now 6-4. We're in the second half, Chu. Is this something that Mo Aubameyang can come back from at this point? Now, as you know with Mo Army, I'm sure, of course, they're going to say it on the Twitch stream, but 2 goals is a lot, and the Stranger doesn't give up too many goals.
He does not give up too many goals as well. And guys, if you are new to FIFA, this is the 99 Team of the Year Ronaldo, 99 finishing, 99 reactions, 99 attacking positioning. He is the best forward in this game, full stop.
Now we'll see what he can do here off the kickoff. been pretty interesting to see how many goals have been scored in this tournament. Now, I think for the neutral fan, it's been awesome because we all love goals.
It's been very enjoyable for the neutral fan.
Yeah, but for some of the other guys, the pros, the people that play a lot, I think they want to see maybe some warm 1-0, 2-0 affairs. But there we go, right off the kickoff, Mo Aubameyang back in this match. One goal back. I mean, that's pretty pivotal.
It's like he's going to make a good comeback here, I mean, because he's got 94 Ronaldo, and that's the danger about not being focused after you score a goal. That's probably one of the most easiest times you can concede.
Yeah, and we take a good look here at Ronaldo. Now with all these players having all these cards at their disposal, has he been the best one for you, the R9 Ronaldo?
It's between the R9 or the Team of the Year CR7. I mean, a lot of people use the R9 ahead of CR7 because his shooting is probably the best in the game, as a lot of what the pros say. But it's up between those two.
And actually, a fun fact that I've learned throughout this tournament, and this might be pretty advantageous for some of our viewers to know, David De Gea in goal. Most people are using the regular David De Gea as opposed to the Team of the Year. Why is that? Why would you not go with the guy that seems to have accelerated stats, more amplified stats?
I mean, so the Team of the Year, De Gea just came out in Team of the Year about a week ago. And sometimes, Jimmy, you just
Is it just superstition?
You just got to go with what you know. You know, a lot of people go with the player that they trust. They've used the 90 De Gea for most of the year. So if they feel that the Team of the Year, De Gea is not up to speed, then they're going to go back to the 90 so they're more comfortable. It's all about finding comfort in your team.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if the real players are watching. So if David De Gea is watching, he's a hero for half of these players, and he's you know, the guy that takes all the grief on the other half. So, but he's being used by everybody, so I guess he's loved ultimately.
And the funny thing is, a lot of real professional players do watch FIFA esports. I mean, I saw Andros Townsend from Crystal Palace actually tweeted at one of the esports pros, Kurt. He was watching his game, he's a big fan. Also, we had Sam Mtidi, who was walking around watching.
That was incredible, by the way, to have him around.
Exactly. So, you know, it's amazing that the pros watch a lot of FIFA esports.
Well, it's because they play a lot too, right?
Exactly.
And I'm sure they're using all the same players that the pros are using here.
Exactly. And for those who are watching at home who do want to learn how to get better at attacking, I want you to take a look at the way the Stranger uses a certain skill move. It's called the heel-to-heel move. It's probably one of the best skill moves to use to get past
How would
defenders.
you do that on the controller?
It's on.
I'm taking notes, by the way.
It's on the skill stick. I believe that is going to be the right stick. You hit the right stick down and then up quickly, and it does a heel-to-heel animation. A very good animation in the game that helps you get past a defender.
I assume it kind of freezes the defender and creates some space for you to shoot or pass or dribble, whatever you want to do.
Exactly. It's all about making the space to get that shot off, and you're going to see the Stranger. I think he's probably one of the best users of this skill move I've seen so far in Barcelona. Just keep an eye on that if you want to get better at attacking.
Yeah, here we are. This game's 2-2, but aggregate is 6-5 in favor of the Stranger. The Stranger's only lost one game all tournament long, and that was to NSC Eric, who Mo Aubameyang beat in the knockout rounds in the round of 32. Ooh, what a save by De Gea. He's got to be one of the best shot stoppers in the game.
Oh, easily one of the best shot stoppers. I don't think you'll see the pros using any other keeper than the De Gea.
Which is sad. I'm a big Gigi Buffon fan. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Gigi Buffon.
Happy
the
birthday.
GOAT, in my opinion.
Happy birthday to Gigi Buffon. I actually did see a few people use the icon Van der Sar. That was another decent choice. I saw Principe from Italy, an Italian pro player, use that.
Here we go. Good defending there. For all the goals that are scored, it doesn't seem like people are getting a lot of respect defensively. And that's been an interesting thing for me.
Not right now.
Because there's so much going on with the attacking wise. There's so many goals that I see a lot of guys that have good defensive plays. And I think that's just something that needs to be noted. So Chu, give me some love on the defenders, because I'm a big, 90 Rio Ferdinand fan.
Well, the two defenders you're going to go with are the 90 prime Rio Ferdinand and also Team of the Year Ramos that just came out, the strongest defender that you can probably get in this game. But the thing with prime Rio Ferdinand, of course, icons are retired players from years past. The thing with prime Rio Ferdinand, the smoothest tackler in this game, full stop. He's going to cost you a pretty penny in Ultimate Team, but that's for a good reason. He's like the Rolls Royce of defenders in this game. Standing tackle is amazing.
Yeah, that's some dynamite knowledge you're dropping, Chu. And seriously, I'm writing this down. Here we go, got 10 minutes left in this game. Can Mo Aubameyang find his way back into it? He's gonna need it to send into extra time. There are no ties, it would go to extra time and then penalties. Oh! Still got a chance here. Doesn't do enough of it there. De Gea breathing a sigh of relief for the stranger. What do you do now here, Chu? You got 10 minutes left. If you're the stranger, you got the lead. You keep pressing?
You have to keep pressing. I mean, you don't want to fall back too much in this time.
Good save.
I mean, you don't want to push back. You don't want to fall back and defend too much. Maybe in the next 2 minutes he does. If you're Mo Aubameyang, if he's already switched to 3 at the back, that's probably the right thing to do to catch up right now. But he needs to go 3 at the back and get more attackers upfield.
With about 5 minutes left, you have to think he's going to get one more opportunity. It just seems like, I mean, even in real life, that's the same thing. You can feel the momentum switching to one side. It seems like it's going to open up, but unless the stranger scores. That changes everything,
Unless the stranger scores, but like Richie, one of our commentators said, there is always that one last chance. So I believe Mo Aubameyang is going to get a last chance before this match is over. That is if he can get out of his own half,
yeah, that goes without saying. Wow, the defending decided not to show up on this one. What a goal! Are you serious?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my, what a finish. What a cherry on top for this game. What a performance by the stranger. Fantastic all the way through, not just in this game, but throughout the tournament. 10 wins, 1 loss for this guy. Incredible, using the R9 Ronaldo, who I love dearly. The haircut is A+.
Jimmy, that is how you finish off a match. I've never seen a more brilliant goal to end a tie to move on to a PlayStation final before. That is incredible, and that's why Ronaldo is in that team.
I mean, I think he's going to be in everybody's team at this point.
If you can afford him.
If you can afford him. I'm saving up my coins now.
Exactly.
So here we go. Can the stranger get one more just for fun at this point? Create a little bit more of a gap.
And this is what I like about the stranger. Usually people would try to try to buy some time because they know that the match is over, but the stranger is still applying pressure. Sometimes the best defense is to just go on offense.
No question. There we go. That's the final whistle. It is over. Congratulations to the stranger. A great performance. Do you like him moving forward? Do you think he's the guy coming out of the PS4 division, Chu?
Well, he is going to meet a guy I call the Machine, who's called Nicholas. And Nicholas, you will see the way he plays. He is the mastermind. He likes to control every little detail on the pitch. I mean, his gameplay is incredible. T-Mox last year played him. T-Mox, who's a very well-known pro player for Wolfsburg Esports, he played against Nicholas and he said, this guy is the best FIFA player I've ever played in my life. So I think Stranger's going to have a tough match coming up.
Okay, well, not only did we see the stranger win and knock out Mo Aubameyang, we also saw some other huge names that got knocked out in the round of 32 and the round of 16. Check this out.
The Swiss format is different. There's a new format we had this year.
It's very hard for everyone.
Every tournament now that I go to, I believe that I can win it.
I like to think I can thrive even more under the pressure.
For me, it didn't work that good until now.
Probably the craziest game I've been a part of.
What?
One game at a time, but I'm feeling confident.
Mentally, I'm pretty down. I'm really angry at myself.
It's the perfect game, no? To win 6-1 at this level, it's pretty special. What's supposed to do? I'm in absolute shock at what I'm watching. I'm in absolute shock.
I was heading into this event, obviously I want to win it like everybody else. Cup A now, that's what I wanted.
So as you saw there, some big names are out, but that just means some other names can fill that void.
Yes.
DH Tex could be one of those on the
Yes.
Xbox side.
Yes.
I mean, and he's going to have some competition. Nicholas right now is in the second leg of what he's doing against, I can't think of the name at the moment. Who's he playing?
Stefano Pina.
That's
I
right.
believe his name is.
Phenomenal. That's right. So we're going to go right to the highlights of game one from that. That aggregate is 5-2 at the moment.
Okay.
But I'm really excited to see how these players do because it feels like a new hero is about to emerge.
But then whoever gets through's got to play the Stranger. We just saw what the
That's
Stranger
true.
can
That's
do.
true.
And we met his parents, Jimmy. His parents are lovely.
I mean, that took it next level, really.
Someone with parents that nice is always going to be good at FIFA. That's the rule I live by.
That's right. So let's take a look at the highlights between Stefano and Nicholas in game one. Good movement here on top of the box. It's always a Ronaldo to Ronaldo. That's a quality finish from Nicholas.
It's what he does.
And Chu, you say he's one of your favorite players, huh?
He is arguably the best player in FIFA. He comes from South America, he's from Argentina. He is unreal. I'm telling you,
That's
watch out for this
big.
guy.
That's high praise.
Seriously, all the pros are afraid to play this guy, as well as DTEX, who you'll see from Xbox. But again, Nicholas controls every little single aspect of this game. Playing 4-2-3-1, the possession formation, and you're just going to see how easy it is for him to score in the penalty area.
A little reminder though, right, he did only just scrape through with 2 last-minute extra time goals against #Aggie. He was going out 115th minute, but I agree, he's been unbelievable. He's been unbelievable for a couple of tournaments. We've seen him before. From Argentina as well, they haven't got a massive depth of FIFA talent down there that we know of. So, yeah, he's definitely taken names, but big plaudits from you. Do you, like, pressure time, can he go on and win the whole thing?
The thing about him is you'll see this when he's up on the big screen. He concedes a goal, no emotion. He scores a goal, no emotion. So I think that's it's a trait that's going to help him a lot when he goes to the final.
Well, fun fact for you guys, Nicholas beat Stefano earlier in the tournament 8-3 over 2 legs. And now it's his final again. Nicholas does beat Stefano once again. He's going to take on the Stranger. This could be one of the best matchups in the PS4 division, and I'm glad it's happening in the final. They'll have a chance to go to the grand final.
They're both pretty emotionless, to be fair. Stranger's pretty stern. He's a stern guy. But, yeah, it's a battle of the Robocops in many ways. Anyways,
Is that because his parents are here, though, so he needs to be, you know, prim and proper and well-behaved?
I don't know. If you were playing in this environment, would you want your parents here, yes or no?
I mean,
I don't know about you. My parents don't know anything about FIFA. They don't get it.
Well, I heard that DTEX did have his mom, you know, she's in Barcelona, but he asked her not to watch because I think maybe it might play on his nerves.
That's the clash.
Like.
You got if Stranger goes through against Nicholas and takes on DTEX, it's the parents versus, because DTEX doesn't want his mum watching.
I mean,
like,
my mom would come to my professional games when I used to play, but she was in the stands. You know, so I couldn't, like, if something bad happened or something good happened, I wouldn't be looking towards my mom. But here, if you make a mistake and you want to get upset, you turn around and see your mom, you're like, oh, I can't use a choice expletive that I'd like to use right now, you know? So it's kind of funny that your parents are that close to you, but also very cool to have that support, you know?
Let's not forget, he's also got FC Basel in his corner, the Stranger.
That's
signed
true.
to a pro team. So he's got some good support systems around him.
And here we're taking a look at the second game highlights. Nicholas gets that early goal, which creates that gap from 2 goals to 3. He's got to be feeling all the momentum and confidence at that point, which is key. This back post goal has been money in this tournament. That's another one that creates a 4-goal gap. Too much for Stefano to overcome. I just think he's in his head at that point.
That touch there from Ronaldo to have the confidence to kick it a little bit further ahead of himself there. And in a tight area, very confident from Nicholas.
Yeah, here's a good look here. Stefano trying to get back into it. He got it in the end. He got back into it to make it somewhat exciting, but it only felt like Nicholas was going to win this game.
That was ping pong.
I feel like when you play a player earlier in the tournament and he beat you pretty handily, there's a couple hurdles you have to overcome.
Yeah, I mean, you said it was 8-2, right, the first time they played? 8-3, okay, and this one goes to 7. Oh, no, 6-3, actually. Okay, so Stefano did get one back here, but it's too late for him, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit too much, too little, too late, I think is the phrase that we like to use. So we're down to 3 competitors.
We are.
We have DH Tex on the Xbox side, and now we're down to the Stranger. And, geez, we were just talking about him. I'm just losing my mind.
Nicholas. Who are you thinking?
Jeez.
Stranger or
Nicholas? I'm going to get it down.
Stranger or Nicholas for you? Who's your pick?
My pick is, I'm going to go with the Stranger. I really am.
I really am.
I'm going to go with Nicholas. I'm telling you, Nicholas.
You think so? Okay, so you're the decider now.
Bloody hell. Okay, right. Let's think about this. Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Yeah, I rate him.
Oh, Strangers. Me and you, buddy.
Sorry,
all right, if you
Stranger,
guys want
I
to
like
join in
you
on the
too.
conversation, make sure you use the hashtag FIFA World Cup. We want to hear from you guys. We want to make sure that you're part of our conversation as well. And then we're going to take a quick break, and then these big games are about to start. So come back and join us.
Welcome back to Barcelona. It's been a very long day of action, 3 days of it. First day, Friday, Swiss-style format. Yesterday, even more Swiss-style format. Today has been straight knockout for these guys. We started with 128, had 64 at the beginning of today, and now we've got 3 players left. I'm Brandon Smith, this is Richard Buckley, and Richard, we've got a PlayStation console final already on the way very shortly, but this is the bracket, this is how it's all broken down. Talk to me about an upset which has taken place today, you could say.
We have the main man, DH Tex, coming all the way from the round of 32. This man, I say he's a man, technically he's not even a man, he's a boy, 16 years of age, beat Kurt 5-1 in the round of 16. He then moved on to the quarterfinals to face a fellow Brit, #Ryan. Massive performance, gets past him. Faces arguably his biggest challenge yet in the semi-finals against Megabit, a man who went flawless in qualification, didn't lose one single game. He got past him, and then he beat NRA SECK 7 in the console final to book his place in that huge final. Nicholas Razek, he did get past in that Xbox final.
He did indeed. So that means he won his Xbox side of things. But over on the PlayStation side of things, that is still yet to be decided. Whoever the final is going to be between is Nicholas and the Stranger. You could say 2 players that don't show emotion. Let's talk about this guy first.
The Stranger, this is his journey throughout the competition so far. He's pretty much flawless, Brandon. Only one blip on the record so far. Round 4, 8-2 victory. That's where he really started to pick up his form. Round 5, 9-6. Round 5, 9-6 he won. Round 6, 8-2 against Ice Principe, a massive player in the FIFA community.
And he's just a bit of a winning machine. Took down Maestro, who's not an easy player from France. And then he knocked out a fan's favourite in Unilad Shells. Kept on going, had to go down to the quarterfinals as we know. Yimi HD from Feyenoord knocked him out as well. And we've just seen it there. Mo Aubameyang, not an easy opponent from Germany, but he knocked him out as well. But of course, he is up against a tough opponent in Nicholas. Talk to me about this guy.
This man is a cold-blooded killing machine. These are his results. You can see him on the screen. 6-5, 6-2, 8-3. He loves scoring goals. That game there, he did lose against Ice Principe, 3-2. He picked it back up with a massive performance against #Aggie, 5-3. He then New York City Chris, 7-3, Brandon.
He's had to play against 2 players that he's already faced in the Swiss round. He had to play #Aggie again, which in extra time, he got an equaliser and then had to get a winner in extra time. Went down, beat Jeff, another strong player, took down Dito, a man that got to the final in the FIFA Interactive World Cup in London.
Yeah, massive performance from Nicholas so far in this tournament. Taking you back, a bit of FIFA knowledge. Last year, FIWC Los Angeles qualifier, he was the top goal scorer across the entire competition. Prediction, Brandon, this game is going to have goals. What's your thoughts going into this huge PS4 console final?
I think definitely one way you've got to look at it is you come in an America's play style. Obviously, Nicholas is from Argentina. The other side you can look at it is Strangers are German. We know how good the German FIFA scene is. It was announced earlier, the Virtual Bundesliga, that's going to be part of the global series process. Obviously, Brent Coney said they've been doing great things for years, and it's clear to see that. The amount of Germans we had in the latter stage of this tournament, I think we had 5 Germans from around semi-final area onwards, and it just shows the level that these guys are at.
Yeah, but you cannot count out the Argentine Nicholas 99. Jimmy, Chu and Spencer talked about it earlier. Chu thinks that this guy is the best FIFA player in the community right now. Huge praise, giving some of the massive names that are in the community. Gorilla, Shells, TAS, all representing huge esports organisations. Nicholas is going about it the right way, on his own, building his portfolio, and getting to finals. He will get picked up by a big football club or organisation very soon.
Do you think as well, where he did exceptionally well last year on a big level, of course, we saw him in LA at the FIFA Interactive World Cup, America's regional there, went to the grand final, and not just him, a number of the America's players really did put on a show against the EU talent, which is sometimes seen upon as better when it's definitely not the case, because these, especially the rest of the world as well, the Americas guys, they have a different play style. What we saw a lot is long shots. They love a long shot.
And I'm predicting in this game coming up that we are going to see the different play style really come into practice. The long shots are going to be huge for Nicholas. There's just a style of play that he does adopt in his game style, the way that he controls the ball. It's attack, 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 very similar to a lot of the players in the region that he is from Colombia. We see Janos, high-scoring player. A couple of players who didn't qualify, Rafifa from the Brazil as well. Big, big scorers. That's what that South American region is all about, Brandon.
It is indeed. And what I find interesting in it is, as well, there's a guy from River Plate, I don't know the name exactly, but other than that, sparring partner-wise, we're not sure who he came to to this event with in Barcelona. Is he on by himself? Has he got a coach? We don't really know too much, but I'm sure he's in with. I think it's Janos. Sorry, obviously I saw him speaking to each other at the hotel, and obviously they practice a lot.
Yeah, this game is going to be huge coming up on the PlayStation 4 console final. Do not go anywhere to miss all the action coming up in Barcelona.
Welcome back to Barcelona, and welcome to the serious part of this tournament. We've got a console final coming your way. It's over on the PlayStation. You saw there 10 goals of the week. I'm sure we could make a highlight reel of 10 goals of the tournament here.
We've seen some fantastic goals over the course of this tournament. One that stands out for me, Dreamer. He had a free kick, a direct free kick, probably from about 30 yards out. Are we going to see a goal that could maybe make it in the top 10 in this PlayStation final right now, Brandon?
Or maybe we could. This is the PlayStation final. And we've got two players here from two different countries and two different regions. Nicholas on your left, you can see. Stranger on your right in that FC Basel strip. This is leg number one. Two legs again. Whoever wins this, you could say, is the PlayStation winner overall out of the 64 players that came. And also, they'll be facing DH Techs in that big console final.
Yeah, huge final coming up for one of these two players to join the 16-year-old DH Techs, who's taken the world by storm recently in the FIFA community this weekend. Nicholas, you can see there on the left-hand side of the screen from Argentina. And there we've got the stranger representing FC Basel.
And I'll say it again, a bit off topic from this game. DH Techs, he put out a tweet this morning on his Twitter, said today is the day. Can it really be that, Richard?
Potentially so. He could go all the way. The Cinderella story, Brandon. Everybody wants it to happen, but one of these two men will be in his way. Let's just find out who it is. Will it either be Nicholas 99 from Argentina or the stranger?
Well, let's not write off the stranger. He's a very talented player. And it is the stranger in that white strip from right to left. I don't know what kit it is exactly for Nicholas, but he's been playing it all tournament and it's done ever so well for him in that orange strip from left to right now. But what you need to know is they both score goals. Chance now, early on for Nicholas. Can he get a chance? And Neymar has to be called into action.
Forcing David De Gea to make an early save in this game.
Be interesting as well is Vieira looks quite deep there. I don't know if he is in a centre-back position. If I'm just looking at the mini-map down there, I think it's a 4. Yeah, 4 at the back, it seems. Is that Antonio Valencia at right back? And then across, it looks like Rio Ferdinand.
And if you are joining us for this PlayStation final, it's the first time you've seen competitive FIFA.
Shots now, Nicholas early on, and that's what he does. He scores goals, and it's only taken him 8 minutes to get that. Look, no emotion at all.
No emotion whatsoever. What we're going to say, if this is the first time that you're watching competitive FIFA, 2 6-minute halves for the two players in this PS4 console final. Played over 2 legs, aggregate scoreline, no away goals. Every single item is available for these players up to the cut-off date of January 18th. So you will see a 99 Team of the Year Cristiano Ronaldo, the highest card on the game. You will see a 98 Team of the Year Messi. Plenty of players in use.
And of course, on FIFA Ultimate Team, these guys came in, most of them on Thursday. Built their teams up before the first day of the event, and they can use any players they would like, obviously, on the game up to a certain day. Early on, oh, we got an equaliser. It's only taken 4 minutes in game. Again, no emotion here.
Swift reply from the stranger, straight from kickoff. We know this year, the kickoff, you can create chances from it. You can get straight back into a game if you utilise it correctly. That's exactly what he's done right there. 1-1, and now we have a tie game. But can he defend Nicholas's kickoff? That is the question.
Well, we shall see. FC Basel stranger is back in this game. And as we said, they both score a lot of goals in this competition. Straight down the other end for Nicholas. He gets tackled. Ronaldo saved. Messi, he's going to have a bite of the cherry. What a save.
Penalty?
That could have easily been a penalty there, but Ronaldo does stay on his feet. And this attack isn't over yet. Vieira into Ronaldo now. Back to goal for R9 Ronaldo. And a chance just to breathe for the stranger.
Chance to breathe. That is what it is for the stranger. He's going to try and play out here. He talked about it before the game, the German style. Slowly building to the attack. A lot more possession than the South American Nicholas, who will play very much swift, direct passes in the final third.
Obviously part of Stark Esports as well. Stranger, another big organisation, Germany, doing great things over there. And you've got to think the stranger, he could have, he practiced against Dito maybe, even Aubameyang that he knocked out, Cody the finisher, a really good teammate of his. I reckon they'll have a similar style of play.
Yeah, plenty of sparring partners for the stranger coming into this event, as you said. But Nicholas, it doesn't matter who he faces. It's the exact same FIFA. He plays game in, game out. He just plays his game and tries to get the job done.
I apologise there. The stranger is part of the esports reputation. not Stark Esports. As we know in Germany, they've done a number of moves, which is Megabit VFL Bochum. But at the moment, it is 1-1 here. Nicholas on the ball, but obviously controlling Hullet. Vieira now back into Hullet again. Maybe have a shot around this kind of area because you will get an inch of space. Oh,
Chance.
finesse, surely, and he's back in front.
Is he offside?
Oh, he's offside.
I think he's just
He's
offside.
Shake of the head. Look at the stranger though, he just went, oh, maybe I got a little bit fortunate with that one.
Just went a little bit early there, did Ruud Hullet. Just needed to time his run a little bit better. The pass could have come a second earlier for Nicholas and he would have been in. But look at the concentration, Nicholas, there on the left-hand side of your screen. He almost looks angry when he's playing FIFA.
He almost does, but I'll tell you now, if he wins this tournament and he's lifting that cup,
we'll see a big
some
smile.
Emotion. Yeah, expect a smile at least. Well, he nearly went 2-1 up there. Surely that means there's more of that to come. Chance across, doesn't need to play across. Hits it Ronaldo along the floor. And De Gea could not do anything about that one.
Low-driven shot across the goalkeeper, CR7. Spoke about him earlier. 99 rated. He's got everything. 99 finishing, 99 shot power. He is the perfect striker in Ultimate Team. De Gea nowhere near it, into the bottom left corner. And Nicholas leads 2-1 in this PS4 console final.
And 2-1 the score. We haven't even hit half-time yet, and we've seen 3 goals already in the first leg. Remember, still plenty of FIFA to come. There's still a second leg of this final, and then one of these two will be facing up against, you could say, the giant killer. DH Tech, 16 years old, from England, and at the moment, fearless. Chance straight down the other end, and a big block from Sergio Ramos there.
As the weekend's been going on, though, with DH Tech's, it looks as though he's been getting more and more confident in his just his persona in general. He's been just improving throughout the weekend. I know he lost to Kurt on his actual first game of the Swiss style format. I think 5-4, a late winner from Kurt. DH Tech's, he will be confident going into that final, no matter who he's facing from these two players.
Well, Valencia now. Talking about fullbacks, as you saw over the 3 days, you could say we've seen Walker, Valencia. Other than that,
we've seen, I think, #Harry used Team of the Year, Dani Alves at fullback.
Just finesse it, doesn't need to, goes low driven. And the stranger cannot give up opportunities like that round the edge of the box.
Cannot give Nicholas a centimetre because he will take a mile. That's exactly what he's done. Extended the lead to 3-1. We see the replay. Gets a little bit fortunate with the rebound, but slots it into the bottom left corner. Low-driven shot with Ronaldo. Makes no mistake from 18 yards.
But if you remember correctly, let's go back 2 games. First leg against Mo Aubameyang for the stranger. He was 2-0 down. At the moment, on aggregate, he is 2-0 down, the stranger. He comes back from games like this. I think it was Dito that put a tweet earlier, said, against Nicholas, you won't get many chances. The ones you do get, you have to take them. The question is, can the stranger make a chance? There's a chance. Nearly should have just kept running forward with that one. Love the intricate passing, 1-2s here and there. Messi tried to feed it through to that icon. And Yashin in goal for Nicholas.
Yeah, quite an unusual pick, but if Nicholas does use him on Ultimate Team during the weekend league, he wants to feel comfortable and play to his strengths. If Yashin is in goal and he's never had a problem with him, why change it? You saw the stats there, 6 shots on target for Nicholas. Dominant first half performance.
The stranger, 1 shot, 1 on target. You don't shoot, you don't score goals. Simple as that. And the fact that he's only scored 1 from that. But there's the replays from this first half of the first leg. And remember that obviously Nicholas is in that orange strip. And you can see there when he, I think that the offside chance he had, went straight back down the other end though and did get a goal. Scored another one. You could say it's been the CR7 show at the moment.
The CR7 show, it's a good name for it, Brandon, because the low-driven shot into the bottom left corner is just where he seems to be hitting every single time, Cristiano Ronaldo. The accuracy is pinpoint into that bottom left corner from Nicholas. And more importantly, from Ronaldo.
Well then, second half of action to come in this PlayStation console final. As you know, from, you could say, the whole of the competitive series last year, when you get to the final, when you've got an Xbox player and a PlayStation player, they have to battle out to get one champion of the event.
We've seen it many times over the last year between the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. You can't really say there's any favourite on either console. We saw Principe Madrid beat Guerrilla, the PS4 coming out on top, and then we saw in Paris, TAS beating Seahan, so the Xbox coming out on top.
Well then, will Nicholas extend this lead? 2-goal advantage he's got at the moment, but superb dribbling there from that Ronaldo item that he loves using and has scored some really important goals, not just in this game, but throughout the competition. If we're going to do a top goal scorer for this tournament, I don't know about you, I'm sure there'll be arguments over there. It's either going to be R9 Ronaldo or CR7.
Yeah, it'll be one of the two Ronaldos that everyone seems to be using. I think CR7's in every single team. R9, a couple of people leave him out here and there in their ultimate teams. A lot of people will bring him off the bench if they are not using him in the starting 11.
And I think one thing that Nicholas is really good at, if you just watch him on that camera, when he's not in possession, look at when he's on the ball, you can just see him looking round on the pitch, maybe where his players are moving, on the mini-map, maybe where he can see his opponent's players out of position, potentially.
Yeah, spatial awareness. It might sound silly that you are sat down playing, but you've got to constantly be aware. If you can read what your opponent's going to do, you've done half the battle. Then you just need to press the right button, get the players into position, and actually win the ball back. Defending is a big point this year. The good defenders seem to be the people who are going far in the competition. DH Techs concedes very little goals, Brandon. We saw it. He conceded one against Kurt over 2 legs. I think he conceded 2 against #Ryan over 2 legs. He concedes a little and scores a lot, and that's a winning formula.
4-1-2-1-2 looks like the formation for the Strangers. We last saw it. It's good that he's made a change, because clearly, as you can see, he is 2 goals behind at this moment in time. The question is, who gets the next goal? Whoever gets the next goal, I have a feeling will set the tune for this first leg.
Yeah, definitely set the tone. And it'll set up the second leg nicely if Nicholas gets the next goal. 4-1. Maybe too little too late for Stranger to get back into it, but if the Stranger gets it and makes it 3-2 going into that second leg, everything to play for. No away goals, it's just straight aggregate. If the scores are level, we will go to extra time and penalties. And believe me, we've had some very tense penalty shootouts over this weekend, Brandon.
We have indeed. And it's really in that Swiss style we saw as well, as we went into the latter stages of that. We really saw a lot of penalty shootouts. That was just maybe where the guys just ran out of options how to break each other down, because if you remember rightly, 120 of the best players here out of millions that play for Champions Weekend League. Chance now for Stranger, that touch. He had an extra heavy touch there, which I'm sure he wouldn't have meant to do.
Yeah, Messi, I think he just wanted to kill the ball dead, but Nicholas has gave it away. Ferdinand stepping in. Last chance saloon for Rio Ferdinand, and he did smell the danger.
Nicholas there, let off, you could say, on 2 chances there. You can see his stats for the competition so far. 9-2, 61 goals he has scored in this competition, but 77 the Stranger scored. Here comes Nicholas to add to that.
What a save from David De Gea. Not sure if it's the regular 90 or the Team of the Year enhanced 97 card in goal for the Stranger, but he's definitely doing the work, whatever it may be.
As we get into the last 20 minutes here, who will be your winner? Get in touch on social media. #FIFA World Cup. As you know, there's 3 players left in this competition. 2 of them you're watching right here, right now. Stranger, obviously in the white, Nicholas in the orange, and DH Techs is waiting in the big final. Obviously, this is the PS final. He's waiting. He's an Xbox player, and he's waiting in the main final from Barcelona.
He's waiting in the wings. One thing that's quite underrated this year on FIFA, the goal kick into a player who can win a header. We see CR7.
Get round the right side, finesse him. Oh!
What a goal.
I know De Gea's got that foot-saving trait, but he could not do anything about that. If we can see a replay of that, look at Ronaldo. He just gets round the right side, and something that's very useful this year is those through balls down the wings.
Yeah, threaded through ball down the line. Ronaldo got in behind her, then just slowly come inside on his right foot. Finesse shot past the goalkeeper. Couldn't do anything about it. I was talking about the goal kicks. If you play it in someone like Ronaldo, the CR7, someone who's got a little bit of height to him, maybe Thierry Henry, they can win a header and you can play from there. We see a lot of chances coming from that.
And if 2 goals wasn't a bit of a difference between the 2 players here, 3 goals certainly is. And really going into, before we get to next game, there has to be a goal from Stranger. I know 3 goals you could say is a lot in Ultimate Team. Playing against a player like Nicholas, it really is.
Oh, playing against someone the quality of Nicholas, you can't make mistakes because he will punish you. And it's just been another day at the office for Nicholas in this console final. Something just to mention is using Yashin in goal. First time we've seen him all tournament long, Yashin used in goal for any player, I think.
I think we've seen Ajax Danny use it in the past, like before coming into the tournament, but obviously Danny had a bit of a shock exit, on penalties against Brian Hessing from Hercules, a fellow Dutchman.
I'm not too sure if it is the prime Yashin though, because I did not see the flat cap in goal for him, so it could be the 91.
Here's something maybe off the training ground we can see. Well, we've seen a few direct free kicks being taken, probably not from this distance.
34 yards, Henry, he's definitely capable. And now we've got R9.
Ronaldo on it. Does that mean he's going to have a shot? Dummy from 1, played down the line. Oh, I love that. Ooh. You can see what he was trying to do. That was Marcelo making the run. He needs to get back in his full-back position. I can just see it pegging back now.
If you do look at the mini-map, though, Nicholas has got men back. He's got the 2 centre defensive midfielders there, and then he's got the 4 back.
At this level, or this late in the tournament, you could say, it's really about your mental strength.
It's all about keeping composed. I've said it time and time again, composure is key. Not only in FIFA with the stat, but in real life as well.
Messi,
what a finish.
What a goal! I did not expect that to fly into the back of the net. But sometimes you need something to go your way. And the Stranger's got that one touch, straight on his left foot, and Messi could have just clinched the Stranger a big goal in the tie of this game.
Yeah, that could be the fire, the spark that lights the fire underneath the Stranger. Beautiful touch out of his feet and then fired across the goalkeeper into the top left corner. Just saw there as the game does kick off. CR7, the only man to score for Nicholas. Does anyone else really need to score when he can score 4 goals?
Is it Ronaldo versus Stranger, you could say? Scored 4 goals for Nicholas, and we said, that's pretty much what I said about the amount of goals that have scored in this competition so far, whether it's the icon Ronaldo or the team of the year Ronaldo, which has been amongst more goals. But here's another free kick off the training ground. Plays along the line, all the way across. Bullets there. Remember that he's
offside. He's offside.
You made a good point earlier about Ruud Gullit. Some guys play him like in a right attacking midfield position.
Yeah, if you're going to play the 4-2-3-1, some people will play him at right attacking mid, so the back post header, when it does go into that area, you can get up and win a header against a shorter fullback. A lot of people use Marcelo at fullback. Gullit is going to win the header 9 times out of 10 over someone like Alex Sandro, someone like Marcelo.
Speaking of Marcelo, he tries to feed it through to Messi, and that goal could have given the Stranger a little bit of confidence because he scored over 70 of them. Chance. Inside. Yashin,
well.
Big and brave there.
I don't think I can see a flat cap there on Yashin's head.
No, we cannot see a flat cap. But that is the first game over. There's still a second leg to come. But at the moment, it's Nicholas that has the advantage. And still, look how focused he's. Just had to come out there. And there's his coach, Janos. I said that out of anyone in this tournament, a man that he would probably be quite close with would be Janos.
Yeah, the man who's been there and done it before, all the way to the 2011 FIWC Grand Final. He got through all the way to the end and just fell short. This man knows how to compete under the lights, and he'll be giving some very good advice to Nicholas.
Do you think as well, where he's got an America's kind of player behind him, are they trying to play that style of play?
Yeah, I think so. You can see the replays here as the goals did go in and the facial reactions and the expressions from the players.
I don't think we'll be getting much expression from Nicholas, but I may be surprised. That was a really important goal that the Stranger did get late on there. But going back to Janos, he said he's been to a number of these big events. Last year, FIFA Interactive World Cup in London. He put on a performance there, Janos. He beat big players. But this isn't about Janos. This is about Nicholas, a really talented Argentinian player.
Yeah, we spoke about it before the game, how he's cold-blooded. I called him a cold-blooded killer. You saw there, zero reaction. You'd have thought he'd have just lost 5-0. Zero change in the expression all the way through that game. The man is for real. There's a reason that we're hyping him up, and that's because he's performing on the biggest stage possible. His opponent there, what does he need to do to get back into this game, Brandon?
Other than score a goal, he needs to try and get a foothold in this game, because we know the Stranger can score goals. We know he's a top quality FIFA player. He scored over 70 goals in this competition. He doesn't need me to tell him that. He knows that already. He would have slept on that last night, knowing that he scored a number of big goals. He came in today, round of 32, just like any other player, and he got through a number of big games. He knocked out Shells. Knocked out Shells earlier on in the knockout stages.
Yeah, I often say, does a player often play their final before it? Nicholas just seems to constantly keep pushing on and getting better throughout this tournament.
And the man that's winning in this tie, Nicholas 99 from Argentina. He scores goals as well. Not as many as Stranger, but he still scores a lot. And he doesn't concede as much as the Stranger. It's only by a few goals difference, but that's the man that is in control of this game at this moment in time.
It looks like we are getting into the game. You can see the squads lined up there, just having a little look. It looks like Inform Antonio Valencia at right fullback. Team of the year Kante is in there as well for the Stranger. Switching formation straight away to the 4-4-2. The two Ronaldos up top, Kante and Vieira in midfield. Hullet and Messi providing the width, and then you've got the back four, which you see 9 times out of 10 in FIFA esports. Team of the year Marcelo, team of the year Sergio Ramos, Rio Ferdinand in form, Valencia, and then David De Gea in goal.
Same back four for both players, obviously just a difference in keeper.
Yeah, Nicholas also playing the 4-2-3-1, so 2 defensive midfielders, the 3 attacking mids, and then the striker up top. So where Nicholas is sacrificing a striker, is gaining a central defensive midfielder. Let's see if that can play any difference in this game.
Well, you see the score 4-2 there at this moment in time to Nicholas in that orange strip, who's on the attack now.
Looking to waste no time.
In that white, could be down another goal, but Rio Ferdinand putting his body on the line for the German.
Yeah, Nicholas looking to waste no time and get exactly where he was. Getting straight back to where he left off last game. Ooh, low driven pass there, looking for the run of CR7.
You saw the idea there. I think he was trying to get it on the right foot and then put it into that left bottom corner. Pass Yashin.
Dink it potentially into the left CDM here, I imagine. He's played wide into R9. Does win the header.
And you can see the guys on the cameras at the moment. Obviously in the corner of the screen. Stranger on the left, Nicholas on the right. As we said, Nicholas being coached by Janos, the Colombian. A man that has a lot of experience, you could say, compared to Nicholas. Here comes Nicholas, and that one's just gone out for a goal kick.
Can definitely provide some insight that Nicholas won't have about a competition at this level. Very similar to what Poacher's doing with DH Techs on the Xbox. That seems to be working for him. Maybe Janos can provide some of the insight for Nicholas.
And if you go on Wikipedia, type in FIFA Interactive World Cup, you'll see Janos' name there. Back in 2011, he was a runner-up, but he got all the way to the final.
The man has been around FIFA.
Marcelo. Is it a case of Nicholas can just sit on this game now, relax a little bit, or should he just keep on scoring?
I think he's just going to keep on playing the way that he plays. Why change something if it's not broken?
Here he comes now. Vieira spreads it out wide to Valencia. That's R9 Ronaldo on the ball in a very wide position. Looks like he's maybe putting a CR7 in the centre because obviously he's probably better at jumping up for a header.
Yeah, he probably is. He's also got the high-low work rates as well, so he will stay up and be the real pinnacle to and the spearhead of your attack.
If you look at the mini-map there, you can see how high up he is. He's really pressing that back line, which probably is an instruction.
I know it's only 15 minutes gone, but Nicholas has got 97% pass accuracy. The man is a machine.
Doesn't want to give away possession silly, does he? As he just switches the ball across here to this close hand side.
And if you are wondering why the stranger is wearing the Basel kit, that is because he does represent FC Basel as a FIFA esports player. More and more football clubs are getting involved with esports. Roma, Wolfsburg, Schalke being some of the big teams getting involved. Manchester City have got a presence as well there.
Of course, West Ham, and the list goes on. Red Bull Leipzig, Sehan represents, PSG. So many big names there.
Yeah, and it's not only the football clubs, but esports organisations as well getting involved. Hashtag United, Vitality Gaming. Is that a free kick? Referee's going to play on. FaZe Clan recently getting involved, Brandon.
Of course, your Foot Whizzes and a number of other big names in the scene at the moment, which take the esport to a completely new level. And it is Nicholas driving forwards here. Valencia intercepted. He could be out of position now. A chance for the stranger to drive forward with Messi. Feeds it through down the line, but Rio Ferdinand out of position now. Read it ever so well.
Referee did play advantage there for the stranger, I believe.
A little bit of space for the stranger. Heel-to-heel flick into a shot.
Rio Ferdinand's recovery tackles have been second to none in this series so far.
Flick on. Ooh.
Goal kick. Rio Ferdinand, the way that he seems to slide forever. I don't know if you've ever seen it, the Sol Campbell never-ending slide tackle in the rain.
I have seen that one. I have seen that one.
That's what Rio Ferdinand's like.
At the moment, he's been defending, you could say, a little bit better for Nicholas than the stranger, but nevertheless, a player that's performed exceptionally well throughout this tournament. If you're looking at defensive players, you know, Sergio Ramos as well there. Chance for Nicholas. Messi, surely play one more. Doesn't need to. Oh, that's cool, calm and composed.
That is composure personified from Nicholas. Zero expression on that man's face. The way that he just used the drag back there to perfection. Create a little bit of space with Messi.
Look how tight that area was as well.
Low-driven shot past the goalkeeper. 5-2 on aggregate.
3-goal advantage here. The stranger needs to pull something out of the bag ASAP.
Yeah, the stranger has to just do something. Maybe it's a formation change. We've seen a lot of people go 3-4-2-1. Maybe a little bit too early for that. But if the second half, if he's still down 3 goals on aggregate, expect a 3-4-2-1 change to come in, overload Nicholas and try and get back into this game any way necessary.
Valencia. So this is the stranger in possession. He needs a goal, as I've said already, because this is the second leg. You can see the aggregate score, and Nicholas, the Argentine, is 5-2 up here. You could say some players that didn't really get all the talk going into this competition, but nevertheless, players that have been involved in this scene for a long time and are very, very dangerous. 2
players that definitely flew under the radar coming into this FUT Champions Cup here in Barcelona, Brandon. In Swiss style, the stranger finished 4th on the PlayStation 4. He got a very favourable seed. Nicholas finished 11th during the Swiss style format. So both of these players have had tough rounds and tough games to get to this point.
Drive into that space, low driven. Oh, that's a clever goal. That's a smart goal. And surely that's game over. 4 goals. Advantage there, 6-2 now. And we haven't even hit half-time.
Nicholas is turning up. Now we see the formation change from the stranger. He has to get back into this game. A lot of people came into the competition. They said that Nicholas had it in him, but could he really perform at the grandest stage of them all? We've seen sparks, haven't we, throughout the last year. FIWC, we saw a spark from him in that tournament. Los Angeles, we saw plenty of goals from him. He did clinch a qualification spot. Here, we're seeing the real Nicholas, and you've seen the custom tactics come out for the stranger. Build-up play, 85 on speed. Is this a panic? Is this panic stations?
Well, he needs goals, Richard, to say the least. I'm happy that he's made a few changes. Build up, play, the speed has gone up, because obviously around that area, Nicholas hasn't given him any space at all. And doesn't go without saying, 4 goals are needed, 6-2 on aggregate to Nicholas. We haven't hit half-time yet, but that means there's still plenty of time to get goals.
and now he has swapped to the 3-4-2-1 Stranger. Nicholas, it just gives him more and more room to get in behind to exploit the space that the Stranger is leaving. Can Nicholas do that? He's also going to attacking the Stranger. There's going to be so much space in behind.
It's a risk, but he's got to take risks, Richard. He really does.
It's a risk or reward situation, Brandon.
You've got two choices. Sit back, you take the loss.
Or you go for it.
You've already got yourself a playoff place. You made the quarterfinals. You're already in those playoffs in June. Why not go out for it? Up the ball. You can't do much with it. As Nicholas looks to extend that lead. Remember, he's only got 3 at the back, the Stranger, and it could really pay dividends for him.
Sergio Ramos there doing the tracking for the Stranger. I think he's playing left centre-back for Valencia, potentially playing middle centre-back.
Oh, that's
a mistake.
awful. Chance, relax on it, put it in the back of the net. What a save.
What a save from David De Gea. That could be a save of the tournament, Brandon.
Literally just threw his body at that. I thought that should have been a definite goal there. And there goes the half-time whistle.
It's something like that that could potentially swing the game. Nicholas thinking, oh, how did I not score that? The Stranger, we need to see him get hyped up. We need to see something different from him. Trailing 4 goals on aggregate, Brandon. This half-time is huge for him. He has to make a change. Janos there and Nicholas having a discussion. Just keep on doing what you're doing. You're playing fantastic. That's probably what he's saying. Here's the replays, Brandon. Talk me through it.
Well, there it was, Nicholas scoring the only goals of this game. And it was the 2 of them there that we did see from him. But as you said, the Stranger, that save could be big. You know, you're thinking, what are we going on about here? 4-goal difference. Little things like that just change the games. It changes the mindset. And I'm sure Janos is saying, you're 4-0 up. Just enjoy the game.
Just enjoy yourself. That could be the save that sparks a comeback. Are we about to see something special on the main stage here on Championship Sunday, Brandon?
Well, it's in the Stranger's hands now if he can bring this game back. There you go. There's the words from the coaches. A Colombian to an Argentine. Of course,
the trophy there, Brandon, as well. Someone will be lifting that at the end of today.
They will be indeed, and they'll be having their name engraved into it. The first tournament of the FIFA 18 season, you could say the first major. And at the moment, you could say the favourites coming into this aren't
all eliminated.
They are gone.
Simple as that, all eliminated. Everyone who was getting backed coming into this tournament, the 3 players who got 160 wins in qualifying, eliminated.
Ronaldo to Ronaldo. Chance, this is the start of the half we want from the Stranger. Back to goal. I love this though. He's in the face of Nicholas.
Yeah, he's definitely changed his custom tactics to go more aggressive. You can see the high press there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players all around the ball trying to close it down.
Hunting impacts, you could say. Leicester City kind of style.
Leicester City, Manchester City, under the Pep Guardiola. If you lose the ball, you win it back within 3 seconds.
Just needs to win the ball, and when he gets it, do something with it. You think, we try and break this up into stages. If he can, 2 goals before the 70th minute would be ideal. A goal between 70 and 80. And then if he can, if he could get an equaliser somehow. But it's a big ask for him. 4 goals are needed.
Do you know what he needs, Brandon? He needs Phil Brown in his ear, telling him how to break down the game. If you don't know who Phil Brown is, football manager, he breaks down the game into sections of 15, and that's how he goes forward. Man management, time management.
Ronaldo now, this is a chance, there's the goal! Get the ball and get yourself another goal.
Maybe Phil Brown was in his ear, because are we about to see a comeback of the century? Heel to heel flick, created a little bit of space, low driven past the goalkeeper, Yashin helpless in the goal. 3 goals separate the Stranger and extra time.
Well, are we on for a comeback? I know I'm speaking early into this, but now he's only 3 goals behind. And maybe Nicholas's mindset has changed a little bit.
The best way to kill a comeback, Brandon, is to score another goal. If I'm Nicholas, I'm thinking, look, just get 1, 2 more goals and this game is over. There's no way he's going to bring it back.
You're thinking, in the Stranger's mind, he's got a little bit of hope right now.
little bit of
I love
hope, I'm
that.
sure.
This is a chance now to just move the ball up, bring players into this. Here we go. Drive with CR7. Look at Hullet at the back post. Will he use him? Goes across, takes a touch, edge of the box. Kante!
What a save.
What a save.
What a save from Yashin. Probably the wrong player you wanted there, Kante, but Atimi Kante has got the shooting stats to match. Back
Ronaldo,
post.
is anyone there? Oh my God, what a, you could say what a defensive header by Ruud Hullet.
Back there, just doing a job. I thought Vieira was going to leap like a salmon there.
Love
the
that.
high press.
Love that pressure from Sergio Ramos.
The high press from the stranger. He put it into his custom tactics, he inputted the data, and now we're seeing the results.
Maybe this is something that Nicholas isn't used to, someone coming right in his face, pressing the back line, you could say.
Something you see in the FA Cup sometimes when a Premier League side gets drawn against a Conference or a League Two side. The only way to win the game, because the opposition is technically better, is to just get up to him, get aggressive, and try and win the ball back in good areas. And that's exactly what the stranger is doing right now.
You can just feel like there's an ounce of confidence flowing through the stranger now. Look at how high he is pressing, and whether there's a risk when you press high. You can be counter-attacked pretty easily, sorry. Vieira now. Marcelo through to Messi there. The last 5-10 minutes, though, I've been pretty impressed with this stranger. I know he hasn't got himself a goal yet, but he has created maybe one or two good chances that another day could be at least a shot on target.
But when you're 6-3 down, you can't be happy with creating chances. You have to be scoring goals to enhance the comeback opportunity, and that's just not what the stranger is doing right now. Nicholas is controlling the ball, he's controlling possession, he's playing in spaces that he wants to play in.
He's doing exceptionally well in those tight little spaces. Expect to switch now. Look at the space for Hullet to drive into. I think he's just trying to...
He just doesn't need to score, it's as simple as that. If this results in a goal, this will be one of the greatest goals of the tournament.
Look at, I would love to see a pass counter on this. It's literally Barcelona-esque, you could say.
Just keeping the ball.
Bit of risk.
Oh, has he won it back? The stranger.
There.
The stranger has won it back. Let's see. Oh, that's a mistake.
Hullet, Ronaldo. Through to the other Ronaldo, who's in a, as I said, he's out. He's been pushed out on the right. That icon Ronaldo has been pushed out wide. Obviously, he doesn't believe in the height, maybe of him compared to CR7.
Well, there's a 5 rating discrepancy between the two players.
Marcelo. Through to Messi. Marcelo again. And as you said, there's no need for him to score. He's got 3 goals as he has already. Chance now. Ball across the box. Anyone there?
Is CR7 going to react to it?
If you're Nicholas right now, go and get another goal, or just keep possession, keep recycling it.
Got to think it's game over at this point for the stranger. Nicholas is just wearing him down mentally as well. You can see the stranger, he looks lost in the face cam on the right hand side of the screen.
He's just getting a little bit more frustrated every single time. The stranger is. And there's no surprises there because time's running out. He needs 3 goals. I doubt that's going to happen.
Oh, great defending from Sergio Ramos and Nicholas. And it looks like we're going to see Nicholas against DH Tex in the grand final, Brandon. What a game that pleases to be.
Looks like it's going to be a massive game.
El Tornado into him.
Why not? Why not try the El
Scissor kick.
Tornado just to finish off your tournament campaign? Need to remember, though, the Stranger's had still a fantastic tournament, Richard. He's made it to the console final on his side. Out of the 64 players of the PlayStation, he is in the last 2.
Just keeps on getting better and better every tournament the Stranger does participate in. But this day belongs to Nicholas, the best player on the PlayStation 4. And all we're doing now is waiting for the final whistle to confirm that.
Added time of 2 minutes, and Nicholas wants another goal before he gets into that regional final. Referee,
penalty.
That's going to be a penalty.
Awards the penalty. Doesn't really matter at this point. Could be a confidence thing for Nicholas if he does slot home this penalty, if the final does go to penalties.
Well, here we go. If he scores this, we'll see.
Good save.
Big save. On the rebound, maybe? Or referee, are we going to be finished there for today? surely the referee whistle will come. But this is a final, Richard, on the PlayStation, and he's won 6-3. 6-3. Impressive.
Very, very impressive. Before the tournament, before the game started, Chuboy said he could be the best player on FIFA right now. He's backing up what people are saying about him. He's doing the business on the pitch. Janos is there in his ear, a player who is experienced, talking to him, giving him instructions, telling him how maybe to cope with the pressure that he's facing right now. Nicholas is the real deal, and what a final we've got in store.
We have, and commiserations to the stranger. He's still made it to a final, and what he needs to think about in a positive way, he's already booked himself a place in the playoffs. So ideally, he doesn't really need to play qualifying month next month to get himself at that event in April. We'll look at the replays from that second leg, and this was obviously some of the goals that Nicholas did score.
Yeah, all Nicholas highlights really. The stranger did his best to get back into this game, but in the end, the Argentine was just too strong.
And to be honest, I still don't think that he's that happy with his performance there. But as I said, there's still a big final to come. DH Techs up against Nicholas, coming up very, very shortly. Do not go anywhere.
Hey, Alex. Alex Hunter?
Yeah.
Forget them. They don't know anything. You're the greatest. Do you want my Coke?
Familia and El Parque Güell. It's through characters like Ronaldinho and present heroes like Messi that Barca has developed its dominance. But in Barcelona, it's not only about tournament performance. It's about pressure. It's about the 12th man.
Yes, guys, that's right. We are in Barcelona. What a couple of days it's been, and we are getting really close now to our grand final. So let's take a look at this brand new format for FIFA 18 called the Swiss format, which we saw used yesterday. Starting off with 64 players on each console. It's very simple. You play someone who has the same record as you. So if you win your first game, you play someone else that also wins their first game. And this goes on like this until you get to the magic number 4. Once you've got 4 wins, you get out of the group stage into the knockout round. That's what the guys were looking for yesterday, and we ended up with 32 players from each platform getting through to that knockout round. So 4 was very much the magic number. Today we're going to see some more rounds, including the last 16, of course, and eventually we will have a console winner who will win their console final and then go on to play the other console's winner in a grand final. Xbox versus PlayStation. Whoever wins that match is the winner of our Big Champions Cup here in Barcelona. So remember, guys, there's 8 players who will make it out of the FUT Champions Cup through to the FUT playoffs, and then they'll be trying to find a way to get through to the grand final, the FEWC, where the winner will be crowned world champion. So there you go, that's how the new format has been working here in Barcelona. The atmosphere is getting tense. We're so close to the final. I can't wait to find out who's taking the trophy home. For now, I'm going to hand you over to my good friend, Chewboy.
Thank you, guys. And, you know, 75 is a great number. That is the amount of goals that DH Texas scored today at FUT Champions Cup Barcelona. My name is Chewboy, by the way. I'm here to give you the analysis and those numbers. So 75 goals for DH Tex. And the crazy thing is that he's playing in a formation that only has 1 striker. He's playing the 4-2-3-1 formation. We'll take a look at his stats over here. DH Tex, 16 years old, and he's blown up. 75 goals for, 43 goals against, and 6.25 goal ratio. I mean, another number for you is before this tournament, he only had about 200 followers on Twitter. Guess how many followers he has now? 18,000 in a day. 18,000 followers in a day. This guy's life has changed. I mean, he's got some of his favorite.
Chewboy!
Jimmy, do you have something for me?
Of course I do. Look at this face. I always have something for you. Now, not only do you have these incredible stats, he's got a bunch of followers, but he's getting a groundswell online. A lot of people want to have his back in this big final. They're very excited about his potential and what he can do, including some of these comments. The first one is from Why Not, who has his back. I have it right here, wherever it is right here. Sorry. I'm pretty, oh, here it is up on the screen. It's from Why Not, who says, this text is incredible for a 16-year-old. No question there. I don't think I was doing anything as cool as this when I was 16. And then Quick's Top Hicks says, pro teams are going to be fighting over text, and he's only 16. It is absolute madness. Thank you for saying that. And it is absolute madness. My mind has been melting multiple times over this day. And then this is from Marcel, who says, being 16, looking like he's 12, and just beating everybody. It has been very, very incredible. And this last tweet from Azarulax says, Texas can go into the cross-console finals. What a journey for him. I wish him the best of luck. And I think we all do. As much, Nicolas, though, has been fantastic. So this should be a great final, Chew.
Thank you, Jimmy. So we've got some great FIFA action coming for you guys soon. We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome back to Barcelona. It's grand final time here. Soon, Richard, we will be crowning our first winner at a major FIFA 18 event, and of course, part of this fantastic global series.
And who would have called this final coming into the tournament? DH Techs, a relative newcomer. You can see the bracket there, how each of these got through to it. DH Techs, very tough games against Kurt, against #Ryan, Megabit, and then Nicholas Razak in the console final. On the other side of it, big performance there from Nicholas in the console final against the Stranger. This is how he got here, Brandon.
This is how he got here indeed. Look at some of the games he had to come up against. Even look at round 2. Schalke, Ideals, not an easy opponent. And then also Stefan Pinner from Belgium. He had to play this guy again in the latter stage of the tournament.
He did suffer defeat in round 4 to the hands of Ice Principe, but he bounced back with a huge performance against #Aggie in round 5, followed by a big victory, 7-3 against New York City Chris.
Then going through, obviously, lost in round 7, but you already knew he was through. Round 32, as you know, single elimination, you win, you go through, you lose, you go home. Beat #Aga when he had to face him again.
Yeah, beat him, the late drama in extra time that was. Round of 16, beat Jeff 95 into the quarterfinals, 3-1 against Dito, a fantastic match. Semi-finals, beat Stefano Pino, again, 6-3. And as we just saw there, in the console final, 6-3 against the Stranger. Fantastic game from Nicholas, and coming into this game, full of confidence, that young man.
I think as well what is important to add, it's 12 rounds of FIFA these guys have had to play, so lots and lots of games. 7 rounds of Swiss, and then after that in the single elimination, it's another 5 rounds if you get all the way through. And you can technically say this is round 13 of fixtures, but it is a grand final up against an Xbox player.
Yeah, big performance needed from Nicholas coming up. What a day it has been, Brandon. DH Techs on the other side of it, coming from the Xbox. He suffered defeat in his first game, 5-4 to the hands of Kurt. He then bounced back 11-3 against Nightwatch. He then suffered defeat again to Gorilla, 8-6. From then, he's been on a tear, Brandon. 7-4 against Mayo, 5-2 against Melbourne City Marcus, 7-2 against Vitality Rocky, a former champion.
And that is where the story started. He even beat Tim Latka. That deserves a mention. He came up against Kurt in the round of 16 again and took that man down as well.
He got his revenge against Kurt from earlier on in the competition. He came up against #United's #Ryan, beat him 3-1. He beat Megabit, a flawless qualifier, 10-6. And in the final, on the console, Nicholas Razek, he put away 5-3. This young man is 16 years old. Just comprehend that. What were you doing at 16 years old? I definitely wasn't about to competing for a major FIFA title.
Is there anyone that this player is scared of, you could say? He's taken down Vitality Rocky, a defending champion in FIFA.
He's taken down the self-proclaimed best player in the world, Kurt. He is on fire. Both of these players coming in, riding huge waves of momentum, plenty of confidence. Just looking to get forward. Just looking forward to getting into this game, Brandon.
Well, as we saw the PlayStation final just then. Let's have a look at that Xbox when the DH Techs did beat Nicholas Razek through. It was an impressive game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. He started the scoring. Beautiful bit of close control. Ronaldo into Messi. Very fortunate to get the deflection. It did go his way, but when they say your luck's in, it very much is in game 2. Big performance from DH Techs. He was leading 4-1. Nicholas Razek started a comeback, 4-2, but it just wasn't meant to be for him in the end.
It wasn't, and even when Nicholas Razek came back at him, DH Techs overall still won 5-3. And one thing that he's really good at, when he takes a goal or 2 back at him, it's about how you react to conceding a goal. This man concedes, I'm right back at you. I want to go and score another goal, and I want to cause some problems in Barcelona.
Always bouncing back from defeat is that young man, DH Techs. One thing quite underrated, he's got the coach in his corner. Roma Poach has stepped up to the mark. He's giving him a little bit of insight, a little bit of knowledge that he might not have had previously coming into an event like this. What does having a coach, Brandon, bring to your game?
It allows you, for one, after your games to analyse where you've gone wrong, what you've done right. Someone like Poach, who's been around in the scene, he's still a young player, Poach. I think he's only 18 years of age, maybe 19. Obviously, plays for Roma, a Calcio A team that are linked him with Fnatic and doing great things over there as well. But it does help. This guy's 16 years old. We said, what is the difference with this guy? Why is he so good? What do you think it is? Is it that extra second reaction? We know that he coaches football in his spare time. Is that where maybe he can build up these patterns of play, these visions he's seeing in the virtual game?
I think that's two great things you just said then. He builds up the patterns of play. He's healthy as well. He's a football coach in his spare time. He's only 16 years old. His reactions are razor sharp right now. He might have an extra second, half a second on some of his opponents. I don't think he's going to have that reaction speed on Nicholas. You talked about coaches. He's got Janos in his corner. 2011 FIWC Grand Finalist Janos. He was competing here over the weekend. He is in Nicholas's corner, giving him the inside information that he can provide.
And yeah, that's probably one of the nicest guys I'd say you'd meet in the FIFA esports finals. There's so many lovely guys as well, but Janos, you know, he comes from Colombia. He just gets down to business when he comes. He gets his head down. He plays FIFA. You know, we don't really see much of him on social media at all, but we know one thing. He's in pretty much every major final.
Yeah, he's always there or thereabouts competing. He did actually knock out #Harry in this tournament. Speaking of eliminations, we've had some huge shocks, Brandon, over this tournament. Shells knocked out at the round of 32. Gorilla knocked out on penalties, both representing Unilad. Aggie knocked out in the round of 32 by Nicholas.
Tim Latka as well. He went. Seaham, Red Bull Leipzig.
Salzor, it was the perfect record, 6-0 yesterday in the Swiss style. He went out in the round of 32 today.
If there was a bookies out there and there was bets on these two in the final, they'd have probably lost a lot. They would have made a killing. But if anyone put a bet on that, they would have. They'd be laughing as well. But one thing we said, and we have said that, you've said it a lot more than me, Nicholas, he is superb. Do not write off this guy, but DHTech is fearless. Sometimes I say when you come into an event like this, do you need that little bit of LAN experience? When you get to, you know, the latter stage in the tournament, you do need that little bit of LAN experience. However, sometimes you're fearless. You've got no organisation, no pressure.
Sometimes natural ability does outweigh LAN experience, Brandon. DHTech just looked unbelievable. Could say God-given ability. Maybe we're born with the quick reactions to be able to play video games at such a high level. He's chosen the video game FIFA to apply his trade, and he's applying it 100% to this competition. Nicholas has got his hands full, but so has DHTech.
It kind of reminds me, you could say, of a young Gorilla coming onto the scene. Go back a number of years ago when he came in, when the Gfinity Cups were all there was, and since then, the development of Foot Champions last year from EA Sports, and FIFA as an esport has kind of just gone bang recently, and it's just, as you said, it's going up and up and up. More esports organisations, more football clubs getting involved. What do you do if you're in the position of DHTech? If he goes and wins this grand final, don't get me wrong, he's already got enough media attention as it is. He's going to get even more if he goes and becomes champion of the first major event here in Barcelona.
Well, you spoke about the media attention. We've got some big media organisations here covering the event. Bleacher Report, Gaming Bible, Esports Ranks, all here present at the event, covering it for their social medias. People know about DHTech. Chuboy spoke about it. He came into the tournament with 200 followers. He's now got 18,000 followers.
Wow. Zero to hero, you could say. As I said earlier, there's players that come into this competition, and this is what FIFA esports can do. You could be unknown. Let's talk about Shells, for example, last year. Played NBA competitively, played FIFA competitively. When he got to a major event, that's when people started to look and go, right, if you get yourself out the knockouts, right, I'm going to start looking at you now. The more time these guys are on the stream, the more way they put themselves across on social media, they do get spotted. And I bet you there is a full rally of people that are after DHTech right now and would happily sign that guy up.
Yeah, I guarantee there's a number of esports organisations or football clubs looking into DHTech. Only at 16 years old, he's got so much time to mature as a FIFA player as well. If he does lose in this final, this will be a huge, huge learning curve for him to know that he maybe isn't there just quite yet. But when you're beating Kurt 5-1, when you're beating so many pros so comfortably, it's hard to complain and hard to argue against it.
Most definitely indeed. And we're going to go back to day one of the action, obviously day 3 now. But let's have a recap of what went down on that first day. To the FIFA 18 Ultimate Team Champions Cup in Barcelona.
Got a lot of space here. This has to be a goal, surely.
Still Lira playing the Brazilian kid. Can he get a goal back? Big goal now, just one for him. On the rebound, a little bit forced. James chance for him now. That's a lovely goal. We'll turn around into you and say, what about Hullet?
This
Swiss format is definitely the most skill-based format I've seen.
Stay composed, slot it past the keeper, and he does with... And there you saw it. Some of the key highlights, you could say, from day one, but it's been a journey. I've said 12 rounds of FIFA have been played for 2 guys, or 4 guys overall. Now they're going into their 13th round, you could say, but more importantly known as the grand final.
Yeah, this is where all the marbles are won. This is what this tournament has come down to. One of these 2 men will be lifting that huge trophy at the end of this 2-legged game. Massive, massive game coming up, Brandon. What's your prediction going into it?
It's a tough one for me. 2 legs, of course. You've got Nicholas, scores a lot of goals. DH Tech's fearless as well. Both are very good at defending. Exceptionally well. We can see it over day 2, actually. I believe we've got a little clip now that we're going to go to now.
Welcome back, everyone, to the festivities here in Barcelona.
So much FIFA to get our teeth into today.
All 128 players in action. Super high level, guys.
We're in the Palau Sant Jordi, the largest indoor arena in Spain. There it is, there's the goal! Big Kurt comes now, chance to make it 2, and he does! Massive save, wow! Here comes Fiddle now, and Messi's turn. Love this, Ronaldinho! Shot, that was the finesse. There it is, and there's the goal! And there you saw some of the action from day 2. Wow, so many goals, so many highlights, upsets, heroes in the making. You know, there's so much for anyone looking to get into this esport to really sit back and be like, wow, FIFA has come a long way, and this is only the first event of the global series.
Yeah, huge drama so far in Barcelona. I've got a quote from the so-called best player in the world, Kurt. He said, I'm in absolute shock of what I'm watching. Is that going to be, quote, necessary for this final? Are we going to see something that no one expected? Is it going to be a big performance in either way? Is Tex going to dominate? Is Nicholas going to dominate? Or do you see it being close?
It's a tough one. I think what will be, you know, a marker in this will be the first 30 in-game minutes of this game. Whoever comes out first and says, you know what, I'm here to put on a performance. I'm here to put on a performance for these Spanish fans that have come out to the Palau Sant Jordi to support, because we have got...
Come out in their numbers.
They have hundreds of people behind us here, and they've got every reason to be here as well. But I don't know what you're expecting from these guys, but as I said, first 30 minutes, early goals are really big in this game, but defensively, both these players are superb.
Yeah, goals change games is the motto that I like to say. If an early goal goes in either way, we could see maybe one of the players start to crumble. I don't think either of these players have ever been to a major final before. I know Tex definitely hasn't. Not sure about Nicholas. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. So it's a new experience for both of them, playing on a massive stage like the one behind us. Let's just see who can handle the pressure the best.
Let's see who can handle the pressure in best indeed. But I believe we're going to be seeing those players very shortly as they do make their way out onto the final stage, which you will see very shortly, a spectacular stage in front of all the eyes watching here. Not the thousands of you that are watching home that have supported the stream magnificently, but the guys in this stadium as well that obviously might not know a lot about these guys. But let's take a look at these guys coming out now. Talk to me about the run that these guys have had. Wow.
Massive, massive performance so far from both of these 2 players. Nicholas, the man from Argentina. Let's get hyped for this man because he is the real deal, Brandon.
An Argentine goal-scoring machine from the PS4 side, and his opponent, an unknown player until today, you could say.
The prodigy, that is DH Tex. He's scored 75 goals in the tournament so far. All he needs is maybe 3 or 4 more, and he is going home with the trophy. This final is seconds away.
It is indeed. We're in the Palau Sant Jordi, we're in Barcelona, and we've got some cracking esports FIFA coming your way. I'm Brandon Smith, next to me Richard Buckley, and really, this is where we see our champion in Barcelona.
We will see a brand new champion crowned for FIFA 18. Huge, huge drama about to be coming up, Brandon. DH Tex versus Nicholas. Here we go. Both players are seated, and this is it.
Both players are ready. Barely any emotion from both of them. Headsets go on, and into that game zone they go. You're thinking, DH-Tex, he hasn't played for a while. He's been watching in the wings, you could say, looking at Nicholas's gameplay, looking at, you could say, how the PS side finished.
Also, he's had quite a lot of time as well to process this final coming up, to watch the players, analyse them. Maybe Poacher is in his ear, potentially saying, look, Nicholas does this in this certain area. This is something you can exploit, a weakness in his game. We'll just have to wait and see. Also, a good point to make as well, a number of players do this, and we've seen it, throughout the time that we've been commentating on eSports FIFA, the way that these guys go back and they analyse their games. Nicholas versus DH-Tex, an Xbox player against a PS. Two legs of FIFA, two 12-minute games, stoppages as well. There's DH-Tex. We get 4 cameras here, so you can see all the reactions. Yeah, Tex does look a little bit nervous. If I was just joining the stream right now, if you are just joining, he is 16 years of age. Nicholas, not much older. The Argentine Llanos there in the background. I'll tell you now, a goal goes in, he'll be showing you some emotion, Llanos from Colombia. Coach Llanos in the corner. DH-Tex looking out into the crowd. Might be looking for his mum. I know he's here to support him. Nicholas, all business. Well, Poacher will be behind DH-Tex as well, supporting him, but same as before. Nicholas in the orange strip. And it could be the Leicester City kit for DH-Tex. We'll wait and see. Both these players lining up 4-2-3-1. 2 defensive midfielders going to be sat in front of the back 4. Right attacking mid, left attacking mid, and a central cam. A playmaker in behind the striker. I imagine it's going to be Team Ronaldo leading the line for both of these players. DH-Tex, I apologise, has scored 75 goals in this tournament so far. He is a goal-scoring machine, Brandon. Another man that scores goals as well, Nicholas. Not as many as that. Obviously, I think the highest goal scorer in the competition could be the stranger, but here we go. A few changes as we're expecting, and this is going to be underway. This is going to be a cracking final to watch. We can't call it. I'm sure all of you at home have got your winner already. And it will be DH-Tex from the UK. Picking from right to left. You can hear the crowd behind us. They're excited. We are too. And as I said, expect an interesting opening start to this game. Tex looking to get on the front foot straight away. 1 minute 52 seconds it's taken in game time. I said expect an early start here. We said this guy looked nervous. He hasn't played in a while, but DH-Tex is just carrying on like he means to finish. Picking up exactly where he left off, DH-Tex. Long shot from Messi, 20 yards out, flies into the top corner. DH-Tex breaks the deadlock within 2 minutes. We said the first 30 minutes was going to be huge. It's going to be influential in the game. It's taken him 2 minutes to get off the mark, Brandon. I'll tell you something, Nicholas would not have been expecting that start in this game. He's not used to conceding goals early on, is he? He's used to scoring them. Wow, what a start that was there. Maybe Poacher said something to him before he went into the game. He went, start this early, have a shot. Don't be scared to have a shot, because the player you're going to be coming up against plays a different play style to you. Nicholas, he's known for taking long shots. His region, the Americas players, they're known for taking shots from distance, taking chances in the game. Nicholas struggling in his first opening 8 minutes of the game, just to get anything really on the ball. DH-Tex comfortable in possession. Just seems so confident just to keep possession. Such a young age as well. We need to keep on saying it. He's only 16 years old, Brandon. And he's literally becoming a hero in the making. But let's not write off Nicholas. A talent, to say the least. A player had a fantastic year last year and could be on to the start of a fantastic year in the Global Series on FIFA 18. Here comes DH-Tex, scoop turn, inside, Ronaldo, drag back. What a goal! What a goal! What a goal from DH-Tex. His dribbling is exquisite. Maybe the best dribbling I've seen all weekend long. His manipulation of the skill moves and the close control is exquisite. He finds space that just isn't there, Brandon. We're lucky we're not playing FIFA Street. That would have been the game breaker. What a goal that was. 2-0, early start from DH-Tex. R9 Ronaldo, the man. 12 minutes in, giving him a 2-goal lead. But we're playing this over 2 legs. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Nicholas can bring this back.
What I'm worried about here, Richard, Nicholas is not used to being in positions like this, straight down the other end now. What a block that is. This attack isn't over yet. Oh, lovely ball rolls. Penalty.
Oh.
No, it's not going to be.
Oh, it potentially could have played him in there. Looked for the run of R9 in behind. DHX keeping the ball. Even though he's such a young age, there's a maturity to his game, Brandon. The way that he keeps the ball, the way that he manipulates the ball in certain areas. You see it out wide here. He's pulling Hullet and R9 into him so he can create the space in the little pocket for CR7.
Sometimes you need to experience, a number of tournaments to experience different situations in the game. Yes, they played thousands of games at home, but in an arena, the Palau Sant Jordi, 17,000 seated arena in Barcelona. I don't think you can practice many games there, can you?
You can't practice, you go straight into the action. And let's not forget, on Friday, DH Techs opened this tournament with a loss to Kurt, 5-4. Since then, the man has been on fire.
And let's be honest, he hasn't been given the easiest run of games.
Definitely not. He's played Gorilla, he's played Kurt twice, he's played Megabit, #Ryan, all the way to the final.
Here he comes again. He loves the skill, this man. I have a feeling that's Poacher in his ear.
The thing is as well, it's not needless skill moves. Every skill move has a purpose to it.
Defensively, he just seems superb as well. Still such a long way to go in this grand final in Barcelona. Such a strong start from this youngster, an unsigned youngster. Let's just put that out there. Probably not known that well before today. As we said, I think he's approaching 20,000 followers on Twitter. I think yesterday, he barely had a few hundred. Everyone is watching this man at the moment.
Everyone is watching him and taking tips for him, you could say, as well. A lot of the pros who have played him have said he's doing things that I just didn't expect to see. He's got no respect, you could say, for his opponents.
Chance
to finish that
would
one.
Just take a deflection. And Yashin there. Is it Yashin? I don't think Yashin is the problem. He's used them all the way throughout this tournament. Is it just two fantastic finishes, or?
Yeah, it is. The shots that no keeper would usually save, the low-driven shot, it has a high success rate in this year's FIFA 18.
Oh, no, Ronaldo now. Chance, low-driven. I love the idea from Nicholas there. But well recovered from DH Techs. Still 2-0 up here, and I just love the way he's so calm and composed on the ball. But we know what Nicholas can do. He can score just as many goals.
That 91 prime Roberto Carlos.
Oh, he's on the right side.
Streaming forward for DH Techs at left fullback, creating the space for Messi and R9 to create.
Valencia.
Nicholas just has to get something into the game here. He's just got to, even if it's a shot from range, just to let Tex know that he's in a game. Because at the minute, Tex could be playing one of his friends from home.
And one thing that we know as well from Tex, where he's so young, there's a chance there. Where he's so young, when stuff doesn't go his way, he might lose his head. Nicholas, he's been to these big events before. He knows how to keep his mentality.
Yeah, he does. That's a big thing. The mental state of the game. You've got to stay composed. You've got to stay under control. Even if you are losing, there's always a chance to get back into the game, Brandon. The game can swing so quickly in your favour. You go on a high, your opponent, their mental state decreases.
Well, remember, this is the grand final. Two-legged game. One Xbox player, one PlayStation player, an Xbox player on fire. Henry! 3 of the best. 3-0 the score. And this man is just unstoppable.
This man is on fire. DH Techs, you can see the audience there getting behind him and cheering him on. What a finish that is. Thierry Henry, low driven across the goalkeeper. Yashin had no chance. Nicholas has to bounce back quickly, Brandon, to stop this from being a cricket score.
Every time he attacks, he waits for the perfect chance to hit that ball. It's like a 95, 99, I even say, % chance of him scoring those goals. He's so composed around that final third. And Nicholas is 3-0 down in this first half of action. Janos at half-time, he needs to come in his ear and say, you're in a final, mate. Show a little bit of heart.
Maybe even just buck up your ideas. Come on, show me something going forward, because at the minute, you're too lackadaisical. You're too it's just not aggressive enough. You're not direct enough. See Tex there.
Sure, that'll be Poacher behind him, giving him a few words of wisdom. Janos there.
He's
Maybe he doesn't
definitely
want any
saying
words. Oh, there we go. Janos in the ear now, saying what he can do better. This, got to remember, Janos has been to big finals. 2011 FIFA Interactive World Cup, he was in that final.
He was in that final. Is it going to be a formation change potentially here? Going to the 4-4-2 is Nicholas.
Well, 4-4-2.
He was playing the 4-2-3-1 if you are just joining. And you're wondering, why is that a 99 rated card? That's because that's that 99 rated Team of the Year Ronaldo. Every single item in the game is unlocked on these special accounts that we are playing on. And some of the items right here, Brandon, are doing the work for Tex.
They are indeed. 3 goals Tex has scored. 3-0 up currently. Look what it means
Even
to him.
surprised that went in.
A big let's go from the man from England. 16 years of age, but looks like he can take on anyone.
Showing no fear at the minute is DH Tex here at the Foot 18 Champions Cup in Barcelona. Tex is a game and a half away from lifting the trophy.
18 minutes of real life time, you could say, plus stoppages, of course. Would you think that's no time at all? In FIFA time, it's a very, very long time.
One man stands in his way, the man from Argentina, Nicholas.
Here's a chance now. Watch that run from Ronaldo. Feed it at the right time. Chance. Nicholas.
What a save. That's one thing I've noticed throughout this tournament. DH Tex, David De Gea, has been unbelievable. In the game against #Ryan, he pulled out saves I've never seen before, Brandon, from David De Gea. Again, with the feet save there, keeping him not in the game, but keeping it to a scoreline that he wants. 3-0.
We've seen a mixture of the David De Gea items in the game. 97, I think Kurt used the normal one. But we see him in spells, don't we, David De Gea? We even see him making massive saves, or occasionally the odd error. But for me, he's up there in the player of the tournament for me. There's big names for player of the tournament. R9 Ronaldo, CR7, De Gea's in there, Ramos is in there, Vieira, I can't call one.
Ronaldinho's come up with some clutch goals as well, where he's needed to. Huge tackle there from DH Tex.
And a corner for Nicholas. He's trailing by 3-0. Love this. Inside, one more. It's going to fall to the edge for Marcelo. I don't think he's going to be having a shot off him. He doesn't. Tries to recycle back to Hullet. Marcelo to Hullet. Cut back inside again.
I don't know if you noticed with DH Tex, the way he defends, it's very aggressive. You saw the slide tackle there just before. He pushes the ball forward. He makes sure that if he's going into a tackle, he's either going to win the ball or he's taking out the man.
I say aggressive is a good word to use, but the timing of the tackles is another credit to his game.
Impeccable.
Possession as well. Look how comfortable he is around this area playing with the ball. Pull it now. Messi. When's the shot coming? He's just toying with the back line. Chance now. Oh!
Thought it had gone in.
I nearly thought that was about to nestle the top corner.
I thought that had gone in. You can see their tweet at the bottom. Diddy Chris Lito, New York City Chris. Tex is truly on his way to become the greatest of all time.
Those tweets don't come from anyone, do they?
Coming from one of the best pros in the world right now, New York City Chris.
Chance now. Ronaldo, heavy touch around the keeper. He couldn't get there. Yashin did instead. And maybe that's a chance that will look back on and feel, maybe I could have done better there, but Yashin was out of his line to give him credit.
Just smothered a danger was Yashin. Look for that threaded through ball down the line. It's one of the real aspects to Texas' game.
Ronaldo, probably to Ronaldo. No, it's gone to Henry instead. But Carl Walker deserves a mention. Is that the 83 version I believe he uses?
I think it is, yeah, the 83 Kyle Walker. Just the regular card, not the one to watch, which does happen to be the same rating. Yet to receive an inform during his stint at Manchester City. Quite interesting, he doesn't use Antonio Valencia at right fullback. Does that possess the one-star weak foot, Antonio Valencia, so that could be one of the reasons why he stays away from him.
Is it Carl Walker maybe a little bit taller? I don't know if that's correct. I've heard a few guys say there's some other in-game stats why they tend to use Carl Walker occasionally, but Antonio Valencia seems to take the pick in most teams. Well then, I know we saw formation change once for Nicholas. I know it's 3-0, which is still possible, but I would maybe like to see him play 3 at the back, unless he's already changed. I'm not sure if he has. No, he's still playing 4 at the back.
In this first leg, I don't think you do need to go 3 at the back if you are Nicholas, because you've got a full 90 minutes coming up in the second leg to overturn this game.
Well, maybe I've just cursed it there. Maybe he's going to change it now. You can just see DH Tex just having a minute to himself. I don't think he's going to be changing anything. You don't change a winning formula, you could say.
Yeah, I can't see DH Tex changing anything. Nicholas, I think he's probably going to stick with the 4-4-2 and try and get just one goal to just give him a little bit of confidence coming into this second leg. Nicholas is good enough to overturn a 3-goal deficit. It's all about keeping a clean sheet, though. He can't let Tex score again. If he does, it will slowly start slipping away from him.
About keeping your head as well, and for a 16-year-old lad, he's doing pretty well, isn't he? Ronaldo, here he comes again, surely not. What a save. And look, DH Tex there, he knew what a big chance that was.
Yeah, he's disappointed he didn't make it for there. Short corner, played into Roberto Carlos. What's he going to do with it? Back to Messi. Are we going to see a cross into the box?
Well, we do see one, and it falls through Fernand. Do not lose possession at a corner, because you could be in trouble on the counter-attack now. Here comes Nicholas.
Is he going to play it quick enough?
Look at that run.
Ball.
He's off. This could be a big goal.
This is a huge chance.
Needs to stand big. What a save. What a massive save from David De Gea.
DH Tex, David De Gea has been next level, Brandon. What a save with his feet.
Got to feel that's the chance that had to go in for Nicholas there. In comes the corner, front post, flick
there we
on,
have it.
And there's a goal.
Nicholas, the redemption is on, Brandon. The comeback is alive. 3-1. Let's see if he can do it. He's got another 90 minutes of gameplay coming up.
Carl Walker there, just trying to head the ball the wrong way, and that could be a big goal in the complexion of this game.
Huge, huge goal. 9 minutes left in this first leg. Tex very well could go on and score another 1 or 2 goals though, Brandon, with only 8 minutes left to play. He is that good. He's playing that well at the minute.
One thing as well that's really important to remember is he's a player that when he concedes a goal, even if he's doing exceptionally well, he will go back and get another one, restore the lead, or restore the gap, sorry, the margin. Well, Nicholas now. Imagine if he gets another goal going into the second leg. It's
fantastic
open.
play
It's
from
on.
Nicholas.
Second goal. Can he get it?
Great
yes, he
football.
does. Posted in.
Great football from Nicholas. 1-2s around the box. Tex just can't defend those sort of passes. You see Tex a little bit edgy, a little bit nervous now. 3-2 coming into his second leg.
Wow. Imagine if we even get an equaliser from Nicholas. That's the confidence that Nicholas needs. I'm sure Janos behind him as well. It's full of emotion. The question is, how does DH Tex deal with these kind of situations? Yes, I'm still in front, but I've got a lot of pressure on me right now.
It looks like he's just going to keep the ball. Oh, that could be a mistake.
Oh, no. Rio Ferdinand there, just in the right place at the right time.
I think DH Tex is just going to keep the ball for this first leg, take a lead into the second leg, so he's got something to work with. But Nicholas, the comeback is very much alive.
This is the grand final in Barcelona. And it's DH Tex from the Xbox side up against Nicholas from Argentina on the PlayStation side of things. This is the first leg, so if you have just joined, do not go anywhere. There's still a massive second leg to come. Added time of 2 minutes. And 5 goals in the first game.
What a first leg that is, Brandon. What a game of FIFA that we just witnessed. DH Tex 3, Nicholas 2. Is that what you were expecting coming into this?
I didn't expect the early start that we saw. 1 minute, 52 in game. I don't know what that is in real life time. It's not long at all. Maybe 10 seconds. Yeah, 10, 20 seconds. Messi, out of his foot, bang, top hand corner. Scored again straight after, but easy the goal. That was the first goal. Then he kept on going, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that was the third. Fantastic feat from DH Tex. Thierry Henry slotting into the bottom left-hand corner, but the comeback did spark. Ronaldo taking the second, the 86th minute, and now we've got a game on our hands.
We have indeed. Still a second leg to come. 1 goal separating these two. Who will it be, Nicholas or DH Tex? Do not go anywhere, because we'll be back very shortly with that second leg. Welcome back to Barcelona. We've just seen the first leg of our grand final here. 5 goals, but only 1 goal separating our 2 finalists at the moment. What a first game we've just seen.
Yeah, 2 goals in 5 minutes for Nicholas to get back into this game. As you can see here, this is the stats coming into the final.
After 12 rounds of FIFA, you could say, after 7 in the Swiss round, and then round of 32, round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, your own console final, and now we're in the big grand final. Look at the difference in goals scored. It's not loads, but it's loads for these guys.
Yes, 78 goals scored for DH Techs. Nicholas with 69. Goals against 44 to 46. Nothing to separate these two at all, really. And there's not a lot to separate these two in the game either. 3 goals to 2 is the scoreline.
And if you did miss that game, we're going to go back and have a look at the highlights from it. It's at 1 minute 52 in game. This is it. Look at the time on the clock. This is DH Techs. He is fearless. What a strike.
What a strike it was. Lionel Messi opening up the scoring, then some fantastic close control from Ronaldo. Finds the space with a little drag back, slots it past the goalkeeper. That was 2 in 10, Brandon.
You could say FIFA Street-esque from him there. And then even got a third, and this is when I thought, has the tie already been ruined?
The actual mental know-with-all to be able to press RB there and let it roll through your legs and then low jumping shot across the goalkeeper. Fantastic from DH Techs, but Nicholas wasn't going home quietly, was he, Brandon?
He wasn't, after he had a great chance. It was a great save from De Gea. De Gea couldn't get his hands on that corner, and then late on it was, we thought, has he missed it with Ronaldo here? Off the post and in
off the post. Fantastic 1-2 play from Ronaldo, first time passing, and R9 slots it home like so many times he has this tournament, Brandon. What a player he is. 93 pace, 93 shooting. It's not even the prime, Brandon. It's only the 94, but he does the business where necessary.
You can't imagine what that prime will be like. 96, it could be, or it is, sorry, we already know that. But that 94 card is deadly, as we know. I'll probably throw it out there, for me, probably my favourite item of the tournament, my favourite player, being in amongst so many goals, so many assists.
Definitely player of the tournament for me. He just can do everything, it seems like. He's got pace, he's got shooting, he's literally got everything. 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. You see text there on your screen. What would you, if you're going to read his face, what would you think there? Does he look a little bit nervous, a little bit on edge as we jump into this game?
He looks nervous still. Remember that he's never really been in this position before. He's never really been to a big major event. He did the job in November in his qualifying month. He came into it. Today he tweeted, and I'll say it again, today is the day. And at the moment, it's all going to plan for him.
I think he actually got 150 wins during the qualifying month, DH Tech, so only just got into the top 64. Nicholas starting with the 4-4-2. He must feel comfortable with it. He must feel like DH Tech's not really got that much of a threat. He's not playing with the 2 central defensive midfielders as he did start last game. Will Nicholas get back into this game? 1 goal is the difference. 3 goals to 2 if you are just joining for this second leg. This is the final.
This is the grand final, and this is the second leg in Barcelona. 3-2 to the man playing in the black strip kit, the Leicester City strip. And Nicholas
would be
from left to right here.
What a start that would be if Nicholas did manage to take the ball away from, I think that was Sergio Ramos at the back with that 94 Ronaldo we were just speaking about, Brandon.
Well, it took 1 minute 52 seconds in game time here for Tex to get the first goal of the tie. Could it be a goal in quick succession here as well?
I think Tex needs an early start just to calm his nerves, just to ease the pressure a little bit in this tie. So he did look under the cosh towards the end of the last game. We got to think if those goals had come 10 minutes earlier, Nicholas probably would have got a third. He definitely was riding the momentum. The scales had switched almost. Nicholas was in the more aggressive and the more attacking player of the 2.
Messi now. Into Vieira. Look at the space for him to drive into. Chance now. Ronaldo! And the first goal of this game has fallen to that man, DH Tex. and we are 4-2 on aggregate now. A 2-goal advantage for him.
We said he needed a goal just to calm his nerves, and that's exactly what he's done. An early start, once again from DHTech. He seems to be the master of the early goal. Ronaldo turning, slotting home. Looks like he is using the Hunter chemistry style on him to improve that pace and shooting. Definitely coming up clutch for him.
You can see them on the centre stage in the Paolo St. Jordi with a live crowd amongst them as well, and thousands of you watching at home. I was about to say before we went into this, the first goal would kind of control how this tie went.
It would definitely set the pace, set the tone of the tie. Threaded through ball down the line once again for DHTech. Seems to be where most of his attacks are coming from.
Walker now. Not a fan of Antonio Valencia, but he's a chance. Oh no, that's clever. What a save. Yashin on the rebound. Valencia there, and third time of asking. He gets the goal, and we really do see some emotion from the youngster.
That was the goal that he was looking for, to reclaim the 2-goal advantage. 5-3 in our leads, and we're seeing a pause straight away. That looks probably like it's from Nicholas to go back into the formation, to change some instructions. Don't speak Argentine or Spanish, unfortunately, so didn't understand what it was there, but I do speak FIFA. I think he's put stay forward on his left and his right mid to get them in behind, to try and overlap the left and right mid, to give them a little bit of support to the front two up top in the 4-4-2 formation.
And a 3-goal advantage now for the newcomer, you could say, into the FIFA esports scene. We didn't know about him, all we knew that he qualified. He qualified in the top 64 on Xbox.
Came in as a complete unknown, Brandon. The only people who knew about him were a close-knit community in his friends and his family. He's come in 16 years old, and he's dominated the FIFA scene.
Well, Nicholas needs something now. He needs a helping hand from Janos as well, whether he said something in his ear, and we'll say something at half-time too. But Nicholas did get 2 goals back last game and nearly made it all square.
5-2, he does lead an aggregate, looking to make it 6. Sergio Ramos, good bit of defending there. And does
corner.
Concede the corner, played short.
Gonna whip it into the box now, or try and recycle to the edge of the area.
Very early to be time wasting, keeping it in the corner. I think he was just waiting for Nicholas to come out and maybe bring some of those players out of position, looking to exploit it now.
Chance, he loves the skill round the box. Maybe it's just where it's not predicted by Nicholas or any other player, where it just works for him. Messi now, that's ambitious. And a massive hand from the icon keeper of Yashin.
Yeah, Yashin forced to tip it over the bar. Ronaldo!
Oh no, no he doesn't. Ronaldo with a flick on at the front post, and Yashin cannot get there on that occasion.
And is it all but over, Brandon? Shall we hand him the trophy now? DHTech dominating this second leg. 3-0 up. He was 3-0 up in the first leg, Brandon. Nicholas brought it back. Can he do the same here? He needs Janos to be behind him. He needs his coach right now. Give him some encouragement. Hype him up, because he needs it. 23 minutes gone, 3-0 down.
We said about this earlier, we said he reminds us of when Grilla, jumped onto the scene. English talent, fearless,
raw.
And at the moment, this guy just looks unstoppable.
Very raw, natural ability. That threaded through ball down the line once again. I've spoke about it time and time again. That's where the attacks come from.
Chance, oh my God. That is FIFA at the highest level. And we're seeing it in Barcelona.
He looks surprising himself that he's 7-2 up on aggregate. Congratulations to him. He's doing everything right now is DHTech. Threaded through ball down the line. He keeps it there, waits for the runners to support him. You see Ronaldo getting away from Vieira there on the edge of the box.
That ball is class.
And almost a sliced finish into the bottom right corner. Past Yashin, cannot do nothing about it. And that man, 16 years of age, is making history right now. Spencer talked about it yesterday. Has there ever been a bigger FIFA shock in ever over all the years? I don't think so.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 5 goals. 5 goals in a grand final. He is in front here. He wants another one. Why not get another one? Ronaldo, oh. He'll be disappointed with that. He'll be very disappointed with that.
Shanked wide of the post there, Ronaldo. But he's won it straight away from that poor kick out of the back from Yashin.
Surely not. Not another one. 5 up already. We haven't even hit half-time in this second leg. And Nicholas is no pushover. Let's remember that.
Yeah, what a performance it was from Nicholas in the console final against the Stranger, Brandon. Big performance. He came out on top. We thought, you know what? He's got a very good chance here against DHTX, but DHTX has just blown him away in the early stages of the game.
Omri, ball goes across. Nearly, I don't think Messi would have been winning that header there, but nearly set up for a header for someone, but well dealt with by Nicholas, and I'm sure we'll be looking to get into half-time, or Janos will be really looking forward to giving him a word at half-time saying, get yourself out of the situation. 5 goals potentially could happen. Maybe.
He'll be saying, just show me something.
There, one more touch out wide. He could have maybe had a finesse.
I tell you what, if Nicholas makes a comeback and takes this game to extra time and scores 5 goals, we will be talking about this for years and years.
Just looks like one-way traffic at the moment.
It is. He's turning the screw, is DHTX.
Cut it back on the edge. Surely not. No way. You're thinking there, Ronaldo should have hit it on his own, but he wanted to play one more.
Yeah, he definitely should have hit that when he did play the cutback. Nicholas comes forward with Vieira into R9 Ronaldo, but nothing really happening for Nicholas right now. 4-0 down in the first half. That is, if you are just joining us right now, 7-2 in the grand final. DHTX, the man in the bottom right corner of your screen, is 16 years of age. Just comprehend that.
And ever so close.
What a goal.
Oh my God! Pick that one out of the bag. No one is stopping this man. He just wants to keep on scoring goals. And why not when they're flying in from there?
We speak about it time and time again. People just don't shoot, Brandon. The pros get into a style of play where they try and pass into the back of the net. This lad, he doesn't really know that style of play from the pros. He just plays how he wants to do. He finds the most successful route to goal. If that's taking a long shot with R9 Ronaldo from 30 yards, that's what he'll do. That's exactly what he's done right now. And he leads 8-2.
Someone's just dropped a tweet there. Went to school with him and good mates of him. Now I'm watching him bossing it in Barcelona.
At official BCAS. What a final. If you want to get involved, use that hashtag FIFA E World Cup.
8-2 the score now. 5-0, remember. He's played the ball out for half-time. Added time of 3 minutes. And maybe just got it in that area where he can press up the field. But 6 goals are needed. And if it happens, you've got to say it'll be the most impressive half of FIFA we've ever seen. We've just seen 5 goals there in one half. Can we get 6 from Nicholas?
Yeah, Nicholas needs to raise it by 1 if he's got any chance of forcing extra time here. That man right there in your screen, DHTX, is on fire. And that man, Nicholas, needs a miracle right now, Brandon. The headsets come off.
Of course, these two would have never met before as well. Obviously, Nicholas a PlayStation player, DHTX an Xbox player, but after this meeting, I'm sure he won't want to meet him anytime soon. But 6 minutes away, Richard, in-game real life time, 45 minutes in-game FIFA time, away from picking up that trophy and saying, I am the champion of the FUT Champions Cup in Barcelona.
Straight underway here in the second half. No real change for either of these two players.
Nearly there, opened up for him for another goal, but if you're DHTX, you just try and keep scoring them. Here's a chance. He needs to start this half well for Nicholas. Superb defending there from Kyle Walker. And he'll be happy to give away a free kick instead of giving away a shot on goal.
Is it going to be something direct that Nicholas does try?
Maybe a shot straight away, or is he going to play short? We can obviously see more from this angle here.
So he could potentially just go straight up and over the wall.
What's happening here then? 2 players obviously jacked over the ball. Played short now, and oh, love that. Ball rolling. Yeah, we'll stand strong.
Could have a counter-attack. Look at the mini-map. 2 back there for Nicholas.
Just needs to drive forward.
Kick.
Just needs to drive forward. Look at that run. It's on. I think Ronaldo's made it as well down that far-hand side, that channel.
DH Tech just keeps on coming forward. Messi into Ronaldo.
Oh no, not the El Tornado. Imagine an El Tornado in the grand final.
If we'd have seen an El Tornado or a Balassi flick into a volley, we would probably lose our heads, Brandon, on commentary.
Just shows the confidence, though, that this young lad has.
He's 8-2 up. He's got nothing to lose. I'm surprised we've not seen the fake Rabona come out yet. The Waka Waka. All the skill moves in the book.
I'm going to put it down to the hat, Richard. Is it the lucky hat?
I mentioned it earlier in the quarterfinals. It might be the lucky hat. Henry coming inside on his right foot. Are we going to see a finesse? Gets past Ramos.
See Nicholas in possession. And he needs 6 goals. Time's running out for him, and DH Techs just wants more goals. Ronaldo. Back to Walker. Will he cross the ball? I don't think he'll take any risks, really. He'll just try and
just keep the ball. Sombrero flick. DH Techs. All the skill moves coming out here.
It's him saying he doesn't want to play, you know, not boring attacking FIFA. He wants to be different. He wants to have his own style of play. And at the moment, he's showing what he can do around that area. He loves the skill move.
Yeah, we saw the McGeady spin there as well. He seems to know every single skill move like the back of his hand.
Especially when you got someone like Poacher over your shoulder, known as a skiller. In the FIFA scene, chance for Ronaldo there on the rebound. He does get a goal. But is it too late?
I think it's too little too late for Nicholas. Not going to get excited on commentary just yet. We'll see if Nicholas can turn it around. But DH Techs leads 8-3 with 25 minutes in-game FIFA left to play. What a performance, what a tournament this young man has had.
See Nicholas there, no headset on now. Maybe, is that him not in the zone anymore? Is that him wanting to hear the crowd? I don't really know.
I think it's just relaxed, Brandon. The headset came off at 4-0. And I think he knows this game is all but over.
If I haven't said it before, in about just over 20 minutes of FIFA time, we'll have our first FIFA 18 champion from our first major event, and he just keeps on scoring. He loves it. Wow.
See the emotion there coming out of him. Really, he knows that he's won this game right now. 6-1 he leads in the second leg, 9-3 on aggregate. And what a performance it has been from DH Techs.
Nicholas is no pushover. Let's just remember that. Yes, he wouldn't have won the grand final, but you've got to give Nicholas credit. He's won his console side, you could say. The best player on PlayStation.
Yeah, the best player on PlayStation, just not being able to live up to the Xbox regional winner, DH Techs. 9-3 he does lead, and the man from Britain looks to be bringing it home from Barcelona.
And he'll be lifting that trophy very soon. Ooh.
Flash past the post. CR7 there, low-driven shot on his left foot.
Still a 6-goal advantage here, and he just hasn't settled down. He doesn't need to settle down, he just wants to keep on scoring goals. And you've got to give credit to Nicholas, still trying to get himself a goal or make this tie more of a contest for him.
Yeah, he's trying to... I think he knows he's not in the game. He's just playing the game out, you could say here. And DH Techs, you just watch the way that he plays. Skill moves with the low-driven pass. Very driven passes. I know it is the driven pass, but just the way that he plays them. Real intent to all the moves that he does, whether it be a skill move or a passing sequence. He knows what he wants to do. He's built up the sequences from the FUT Champions Weekend League, and he knows exactly what works in each situation.
If you go back to the Swiss style format, he did lose to Kirk and he did lose to Gorilla. Was that a case of you need to lose to learn, we say? Did he come up against them and take something from those games to take into his other games?
Well, did he go 5-2 in the Swiss style format? For me, that's 5 wins and 2 lessons.
I like that. I like that indeed. Ronaldo now for Nicholas. And you're going to have to call it a day soon, because This man is unstoppable, even in the grand final up against Nicholas. He is going to win this tie.
And he's not just won it, Brandon, but he's won it with ease. 9 goals to 3 over the course of 2 90-minute FIFA matches. Nicholas has just not been at the races, and DH Techs has just been too good for the Argentine here in the final.
But credit to both of these players, the best 2 out of the 128 that came to Barcelona. And also congratulations to the 16 players that have made the playoff places in June. The 8 from the PlayStation and the 8 from the Xbox side.
Yeah, massive congratulations to both sets of 8 who have qualified for the playoff.
Here comes Nicholas now!
Oof. Just not been his day, Brandon, in this final. I often say sometimes you play your final before you actually get to the final. You have your best game of FIFA before the actual grand final itself. I think getting past a stranger, that were a massive result for him.
This ball here is unbelievable. We've seen it so many times. If you're watching at home, take this into your weekend league. Just that, I'm sure you can explain it better for the viewers, but
the driven goal kick from the goalkeeper is fantastic. And this game is all but over. Just playing out the result here.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh.
I don't think you were defending there, Nicholas.
Nearly. And there you have it. There's your grand final winner, DH Techs, from zero to hero, 16 years of age from the UK. Commiserations to Nicholas from Argentina. He was the best player on the PlayStation. But DH Techs, he won the Xbox side of things. And guess what? He's taken the trophy home from Barcelona.
And over the course of the 3 days, he was the most consistent player in the FUT Champions Cup in Barcelona. 16-year-old DH Techs is your winner. Roma Poacher there, he took him under his wing a little bit throughout the tournament, and he has guided him to this trophy. What a performance by that young man.
But as we said, is it one of the biggest upsets we've seen in FIFA esports?
I think it definitely is. The way that he's come into the tournament as a pretty much unknown. First game he went up against Kurt, he lost 5-4. Kurt said, you know what, he's actually very good, the way that he plays the game. Then we move on. That is what he has won. That trophy, Brandon, will be going home with him. Just put this into consideration. He could be going back to school on Tuesday.
And look at him now, he's about to walk up to collect his trophy. The fans have come out to watch him in Barcelona. Before this, no one would have known this guy, but now he is known as a champion in Barcelona.
What a performance from that man. What a performance. See Spencer FC there in your shot, congratulating him. 16 years of age, Brandon. Huge performance. The pressure didn't get to him over the course of the weekend. And now we have our champion.
We have our champion indeed, the champion in Barcelona. He's been absolutely exceptional. He's nearly made me lose my voice. Some of the goals he scored, some of the ways he's played, his pattern to play, exceptional. But one thing, he just doesn't feel the pressure. I don't know what it is, he just doesn't feel it.
Well, he's never had a negative experience at a tournament. The only experience he's had now is a positive, is a victory. If he can roll this back-to-back and get another victory at a major event, we could be looking at a definite player in the FIFA scene. Huge, huge performance from DH Techs. Congratulations.
And wow, wow, wow. That was a crazy final for us to commentate over. We're going to pass over to that winner now, who is joined by Spencer and a special guest.
Well, guys, what an unbelievable final. I'm here with the winner. Let's give him another round of applause, guys. DH Techs. How do you feel, buddy? A sensational performance from you.
Honestly, I don't know what to say. I came into the tournament expected to do well. Got hard matchups, came through it, and then believed I can win. So, just, I don't know.
Believed in yourself. What was going through your head in that first leg when Nicholas got a couple of goals back? Were you thinking maybe this isn't my day?
I knew. I had a couple of big leads going like in the earlier rounds, and then he got it back to 3-2. So I knew it's happened before, and then I've just gone on and won. So I was worried, but I believed in myself to come out on top.
Amazing stuff. And what words would you say for the guys watching at home who, like you, this is your first big tournament, you qualified on FUT Champions, you're relatively unknown before this, you're certainly not unknown now. Guys watching at home that want to have a go at FUT Champions next month, what are you going to say to them? Give it a go, right?
Tell your mum about FIFA, and she'll be your inspiration. You know, she's helped me along the way, so...
She has, and she's here as well supporting you.
Yeah.
What do you think about the prize money you've just grabbed for yourself? What are you going to do with it?
I'm more worried about the trophy. I don't know where to put it.
That's why where are you going to put it? You've got to get a bigger suitcase for the way home, perhaps. Listen, well done, mate. You've done so well. We've got the commissioner here of FIFA, Brent Koning, who's going to give you a little scarf, and then you've got a big trophy to lift up. But well done. Let's give him another round of applause, guys. He's absolutely smashed it. And now he gets this massive trophy. What unbelievable scenes here in Barcelona. 16 years of age. He was asked for an autograph earlier, and he said, I don't have a signature yet. That puts it into perspective. So I think it's time for you to lift up the trophy and be the champion of the first ever Champions Cup in Barcelona. Well done. There he is. DH Tex has got the trophy, guys. I've got to say a massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in the last few days, everyone that's been here as well, our live crowd. Big thank you to all the fans for putting an absolute shift in. Of course, our winner, DH Tex, has done unbelievably well. And from me, Spencer, from Jimmy Conrad, Chew Boy, from Richard, Brandon, Ross, and all the guys that joined us on set, a big thank you. Thank you to them as well. Thank you to the legends behind the camera, the guys in the truck who've put a shift in as well. It's been unbelievable here in Barcelona. We'll see you soon for another competitive FIFA tournament. Until then, don't go changing.